Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Guild of Icons. Sorry, I just forgot. I didn't unmute. Hello, everyone. There we go. That's the button I was trying to press. Nick. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'll do a very brief introduction of everyone before I hand over to our DM for this evening. So, I am Nick, otherwise known as HisCursedness. If you don't know who I am, how dare you? How dare you? Oh, the source mirror is not turned on. Hang on a sec, we've lost Bree. There we go. Source mirror's on. We're good to go. I'm Nick. I'm the best person you've ever met and ever will. And I, typically run D&D on here, but I'm not doing it today because fuck them, that's why. I wanted to let someone else take over, and I could lie back and let you all do all the work. To my left, we have Knowless, who plays Dervan. I want to say the surname is Nightshade for some reason. Nightstone. Stone.
Close. Yep.
Nightstone. Yes, that's it. I should have actually read my notes before doing this, but that's me. This is the Chaos Stream. Dervan Nightstone, fantastic character. Rune Knight. It's Rune Knight, not Rune Carver. No, Rune Carver was the UA that they didn't release. Rune Knight, that's it. And the very first mechanical thing that my character Inoltrare did with Dervan was essentially knock out a warlock in one go. Speaking of which, I need to roll portents.
Kidnapped, in fact.
I will send you the portents via DM Pixel. Above me, we have bisected brioche, sentient bread.
Yeah, I'm above everyone.
Yep, above. Well, no, you're not above Pixel. Pixel's up top as well. Sentient bread and player of Fee, who is a tiefling ranger. Have I got that right? My brain half says druid each time because of the Fey connection. And I think it's because there's been 50 characters being prepped at the moment, and I think you're playing a druid in Nordmark, and that's why my brain's just melting. Yes. Fey touched, tiefling, ranger, exceptionally good with a Zephyr strike. Just constantly Naruto running around and whacking people with lead
when
pipes.
She's allowed to.
Yeah.
When they're allowed to.
When permitted. When permitted by parents.
Also a Fey Wanderer, but I suppose the subclass matters less than the feat.
Oh, that's true. Fey Wanderer, yeah, good point.
It's actually the subclass, not the feat.
Yeah. Well, that makes more sense. A subclass is a bigger decision than a feat, isn't it? You only get one. And last and absolutely not least, especially not today, sometimes on other days, certainly least, but definitely not today. I'm kidding, Pixel, I love you. Is Pixel, who is going to be DMing. Ordinary plays Morgan, the most terrifying child I've ever met, and I've met at least one child. And just terrifying. But thankfully not with us today, because you're running the show. And that's it. That's your full introduction. I'm going to hand over to you now. It's up to you.
All right.
You got this.
So, we start off our adventure with Morgan. You've just come across him. Roll for initiative. We
I rolled the same number on this D20. What? Hang on. Oh, okay, 3 times in a row I rolled the same number. That was weird.
Oh, those are numbers.
Yeah, they are. Those are some interesting portents.
Right, so we start off our adventure after the events of whatever the last episode was called. I don't take notes for the Guild of Icons adventures. But key part of that last adventure was that Felix joined, not so much the party, but the group, and now is bumming in Inoltrare's tower. And, he's leaving stuff around. He's lounging. He's eating your food.
He is.
Yes, and to that end, you actually are running low on food.
My cheese!
Well, yes, but thankfully, as due to the first Guild of Icons Adventures adventure, you have an unlimited supply of cheese.
Well, that's true.
you just need to go see Paris, the cheesemaker.
Social interaction, though. I'm going to need backup.
Yeah, you will need backup, if not only to carry the cheese, which, like, a week in Karaki is 8 days, and you get a week's worth of cheese at a time.
It's going to be a lot of cheese. I eat a lot of cheese.
Yeah, so you have taken Fee and Dervan with you, and sometimes when you go on a shopping run, you'll take Morgan with you, because you'll sometimes get better prices. The shopkeepers will tend to just ask you to leave as soon as possible. They'll give you whatever you want if you can hurry it along. You can't bring Morgan right now, though, because with Paris, this is the opposite case. Where if Morgan is with you, you are not allowed in the shop. And, you know, usually you don't fall into any trouble when you're traveling to Paris's cheese shop to collect your weekly cheese, but today, for some reason, Fee seems very insistent that you take a very weird, very roundabout route, and you're not sure why, because it's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, the birds seem to be happy and plentiful. Pigeons, specifically.
Shit dubs.
Yeah, so the route that you have taken has inexplicably landed you, not in the Gold District, where Paris is, but in the Summer District. And it's only when you are traveling through, past one of the nooks of the Summer District, around, like, one of the top corners, that you hear, from a little wedge between two buildings.
Was that crying? Or sniffling? Can I see where it's coming from?
I mean, you can hear where it is coming from, and you can venture into the wedge between houses.
Yeah, we gotta go help someone. Come on, gang. I hate talking to people though, so I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push either Dervan or Fee, whoever's like closest to me, in front of me. It's like, let's go. Volunteering someone for me.
It could be a trap. I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, the crying bandits of Karaki.
Looking at my 6 hit
Never
points,
know.
I'm perfectly happy for someone to go before me if it could be a trap.
Yeah, so Dervan travels into the little alleyway, and you're behind him, kind of trying to, as authoritatively as you can, push him. He's traveling pretty much on his own, but you like to feel like you have some control in the situation.
Yeah.
I'm
And
keeping my eyes open, looking around, like checking the angle.
well, you don't need to look around that much, because it's dark enough when you're walking in, but as soon as you step in, you can distinctly make out a sheet that is sitting on the ground. And there appears to be someone under it, and this is the source of the sniffling.
Hello? Are you okay? Do you need help?
You're talking to her?
Yeah.
My house is haunted. And that really cuts deep, because you were so happy to not have any paranormal shenanigans going on. You just got away from Morgan.
Haunted?
Wait, do you mean it's covered in birds?
No. Inside things.
Sphinx birds.
You just see the hood of the sheet just like nod in negative.
I'm gonna put Tilly down and send her over to this presumably child to comfort the child a little. You know, cats are good for that, right? He says like a man who's never met a cat or something.
Yeah, and you get the feeling that this girl has not met a cat quite like Tilly, who is glowing at all times and at least appearing to be in a confusing relationship with existence. Like, you see the legs of the sheet like just swoop in a bit as Tilly walks closer.
It's okay, she won't bite or scratch.
Just your guard sheep.
The girl lays out her hand a bit.
Wait a minute.
just-
Were you saying sheet
She
or?
lays out her hand.
Oh, she's
To-
under a sheet, not a sheep.
Okay. Okay, that's a lot less confusing.
In the middle of the city, she's just got a just sound. No,
I mean, they have to get the ball somewhere.
That's true.
And I've been watching Guild of Icons and Dial Town recently.
Your grasp on sanity is gone from that blend. Yeah.
But yeah, she reaches out her hand to pet Tilly, and just from the tiniest of touches, Tilly now kind of like backs off a bit, and then runs back to you, and clambers up back around your neck.
What's wrong, Tilly? Maybe it smelled the hauntedness from the house.
Yeah, Tilly is able to communicate feelings with you, and right now she's communicating cold.
Cold. Do I know much about the undead?
You could roll me an Arcana check.
Sure, it's the only thing I've got a positive modifier on. Let's give it a go. Yeah, it's worth a try. Right, where's my Arcana? There we go. +6. Holy shit. That's a natural one.
I mean, like, who's to say, really?
Dervan's just thinking he doesn't really like. I don't really like this. We don't have a priest in the party. Bad team composition for this situation.
we need a paladin and 2 clerics before we can go in here.
Yeah.
So, do you say anything to the girl?
I guess I'm still not. Like, I'm not. I guess I think that Tilly's probably spooked by the house more than anything. Like, maybe the area is cold. So I'll say, okay, we'll help you. We were gonna get cheese though. No, we'll help.
Yeah, and you can't finish before, like, she kind of looks to you and's like, really?
Oh yeah, we're good at this. We've.
And she, again, before you can finish, just jumps out towards you and claps her hands around yours in kind of like a "oh, thank you" gesture. And as soon as she does that, you feel cold. You feel a chill.
I figured I might.
And Fee and Dervan, you also feel kind of a chill, because even though you have not received this touch, you have seen what happened from, a few steps back. And where the sheet was is still where the sheet is. In fact, it's kind of just depressed into the area that you last saw it, because floating in front of Inoltrare, clasping her hands around his, is a ghost.
Go, 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 go.
Are you a ghost?
No, they're in the house.
It's just that you're very cold and you're floating. That sounds awfully like a ghost. My parents once had a colleague who passed away and started haunting the sewers, you see.
Okay, so, as, like, you're taking the entire image in, you appear to be talking to a girl who seems to be around, like, 5 or 6. Her hair is done up in some pigtails, and she's wearing a dress that is, like, it's not wildly outdated, but it is out of fashion. Like, you wouldn't see a girl of this age wearing a dress this day and age. And she does not really catch on to what you're saying, because as soon as you finish explaining, this ghost business that you've personally dealt with, she just looks back to Inoltrare and is like, so you'll help?
Don't know if I have a choice now. I've already told you I would, and I wouldn't want to upset you.
I was like, thank you, and she does like a little like floaty backflip, before kind of like resting her feet down on the ground. It was like, I'm Penelope, and she points to the house, the house that you're right next to. It's like, this is my house. And, Inoltrare, roll me history with advantage, because you've got stone carving knowledge, don't you?
Yeah. Actually, so this is about stone, right?
Yeah.
You have activated the dwarf card. I have stone cunning. When I make a history check related to the origin of stonework, I am considered proficient in the history skill and add double my proficiency bonus.
Yes. So you may do that.
It comes up once per campaign for dwarves, but we love it when it happens. Let's see. I have not got my proficiency in history, so that means I need to add +4. Oh, it's a +8. Nice. Oh, that's better. Yeah, 27.
Oh, shit. Well, you're not sure how you didn't realize it before, but as soon as she says her name is Penelope and you look to the brickwork on the house, first of all, you can see that it's blackened in some parts. Probably from a fire. Probably what killed Penelope. But also you can tell, oh, well, this is Penelope Finch, daughter of Alabaster Finch. When Karaki was, being built up, he was, like, key in the development, not only in providing construction supplies, but also as an architect.
This is the Finch house. I almost didn't notice because we were just walking straight past.
Would Fee know about this? Obviously, they're things more of a sewer-related stuff, but...
Ditto for Dervan. He has proficiency in history. He has a net +0, but he's got proficiency in it.
I mean, you may have heard the name somewhere before, but there's not really a lot that you can glean from it other than, like, this is a rich kid and this is a rich house.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Penelope starts to... Well, she starts to go out of the alleyway, and disconcertingly, she goes right through you, Inoltrare. And then she's like, oh, no. And then she goes back through you again. And then she kind of like starts pacing back and forth. And by the third time that she's gone through you, you can just step to the side. And she's like knocking her fists together. And he just looks to you and like, how are you going to get in?
Well, is there a door?
Of course there's a door.
We can go in there, right? It's your house, right?
It is. The monsters are living there.
Yeah, and we'll go sort them out.
Alright, well, that sounds like you want to try the front door.
Does that make sense? What sort of monsters are here?
They're loud, and they keep touching their things and moving everything and
Are they people?
They look like people.
I wonder if they're bandits. In which case, they've probably trapped the front door. Is there a back door?
Yeah, there's a back door. And you don't really have to go all that far to see the back door, because in the same alleyway that you are in, it's basically at the end leading into the side of the house.
Okay, we'll do that, I think. Unless anyone else has a better idea. We could try the chimney. No, maybe not.
V just sort of looks up, looks at the chimney, sees the birds, and just flinches.
Let's not do the chimney. Let's go in through the side. Maybe we should be careful and not draw attention.
V's just gonna grab Inoltrare and pull him towards the door.
Before we go in, I'd like to cast me some mage armor. So I'm now aware that I'm heading into somewhere dangerous. It takes an action to cast.
Yeah, you do that, and how do you cast it?
So in this case, I basically cuddle Tilly close, and a shimmering shield just appears around me.
Yeah, Penelope is like very fascinated by the sparkles. It's like, oh.
So my AC is now above 10.
Dervan straps a shield to his arm and takes the lead, figuring he should go first.
Good idea.
Right. Well, so map-wise, you are at the door. How are you going to enter?
I don't have anything
Should
to
open it, I suppose. Is it locked?
Yes, it is locked.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna move aside so Fee can have a go at the lock. I suppose. I forget they do pick locks, right?
Rangers don't. They tend to live in places without locks.
Okay, I thought you had it. I thought you used thieves tools because of the urchin background. In
Yes,
that case,
for
I
my
can just
preferred
hold my-
enemy, I use locks.
Nope,
In
my
that case, I can
background's
just bust it open, but that kind of takes a quiet approach off the table. Do we want to break it open?
It certainly would take a quiet approach off the table.
Yeah, it certainly would. I don't have anything else that I can use to get in, I think. I'm just having a look through all of my little items, just to be double sure. Don't know, coin of averages,
Unless-
the hell test.
If we wanted to go for a surprise approach, we might be able to try the roof. The chimney.
Okay,
That would
I
be
would-
just as noisy, but it might surprise him.
How would you get onto the roof, flightless bird?
Something that I have been keeping in... A silly idea that I've actually been keeping in mind, funnily enough. It involves the Amulet of No Return
Right, well...
and clawed feet.
As fun as that does sound, I will tell you that you can tell from the chimney just by looking at it that it is not the type where you can, like, go down. It's one of the ones where there's, like, a circle.
Okay, so I'm not Santaing this. We might as well just bust a door in. Let me see.
Wait, did you say the window was locked?
These don't appear to be the types of windows that open.
Oh.
But I mean, like, if you want to break anything, windows are on the table.
I should have taken the silence spell.
Window or door? Window or door?
Do you want to take the silence spell so you cast knock?
No, if you take the silence spell, you can just smash a window and no one will hear it.
Oh, the silence spell. I thought you meant, like, silent spell, the sorcerer meta magic.
Wait, I've got an idea.
Hmm?
Can I use the cantrip Heat Flame to heat a small part of the window up? Then, after asking everyone to turn around because it's a bit uncouth, spit on the heated part of the window to quickly cool it, and then
And
walk
create
around
a
the corner.
temperature fracture.
Yep,
Oh.
and that creates a temperature fracture, which would, crucially, after a few moments, would cause it to shatter. And then we could wait for a minute for whoever's in there to take a look, and then when they're done looking, they'll just assume it was a freak accident.
Yeah, you could do that.
To cool it down faster, I can use frostbite.
To get it open fast, I can smash it.
I hate how this was my plan for if we ever needed to break glass in Guild of Icons.
If you warm it up, I can use frostbite to cool it down really quickly.
Good idea.
And it saves you having to spit on everything, which is unhygienic.
True.
So wait, does this still break the window anyway?
We'll find out. I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah. But it breaks the window after a few moments so we can step to the side and not be seen by anyone it attracts.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say that you don't need to roll for it, because that's how windows work.
So what kind of rock?
I mean, true, but if you throw a rock in, they're definitely gonna look outside.
I love Dervan's very direct approach to these problems. Just throw a rock at it. Meanwhile, Nerd Squad over here trying to apply physics and
Nerd Squad trying to reinvent the busted window.
Yeah, somebody walks by the alleyway, you just hear them yelling, "Nerd!"
Ironically, not the bird.
yeah.
Alright, so you're breaking the window and then running to... I will tell you that, like, the alley, like, ends off in a wall, but you can just run to a part where they wouldn't be able to see you through the window, like, around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I, is there a sort of vantage point where I could see if anyone comes to the window?
I mean, if you wanted to test it, there's nowhere really that you can hide without, like, using a kind of a spell or a disguise, or trying to find something to hide behind. But you could try hiding under the window. Would be a stealth check, though.
I'm trying to remember whether chainmail shirt gives me disadvantage on stealth.
Do you have a better score than 2 in stealth?
I have a -1 dexterity and no proficiency.
Okay, I can hide under the window then.
Alright, so I'm assuming that Dervan and Inoltrare are just cheesing it around the corner.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm laughing because I've just spotted I've got Thieves' Tools proficiency.
You know?
I thought somebody had thieves' tools or
I don't
proficiency
own
in
any
them.
Thieves' Tools though, so I wouldn't be able to actually do it. But I do have that proficiency apparently.
actually
gonna
don't
say-
have disadvantage on stealth. That's amazing. Huh.
Was going to say, when I was thinking of the locks, I was thinking of the Urchin's Thieves' Tools proficiency, but I guess that's a moot point.
It's so expensive.
Alright,
Hey.
so you cast the spell on the window, and Inoltrare, you give it a plume of frostbite just as you begin to turn your tail and run out of the alleyway. Whilst Fee, you take your position under the window, kind of like keeping arms to the wall. And it takes a minute, to be sure, but eventually you do hear just the shattering, and it's, surprisingly violent shattering, because heat fractures, they're weird, of the window. And Fee, you wait a minute, and then you wait another minute, and then you hear some footsteps. And they get closer, and they get closer, and you can sense the vibrations of somebody, like, putting their hands on the window. Roll me stealth.
I can't hear any of this, right?
I mean, you
Have a
heard the
minus
window
two
break for
with-
sure.
That's a 14 on stealth.
14, that just does it.
I really want to just clump over there and ask, did anything happen?
I'm not stopping you from doing it, but I can't be
I am.
responsible for what you would do to you. So you feel, and it is like incredibly tense, but you feel someone like just peek their head out a bit, and you were just praying in that moment, like, just don't go too far outward, don't go too far outward, don't go too far outward. And you can see the shadow of their head turning the other way, and then they kind of lean back into the room, and like, huh. Well, that's freaky. And then you hear footsteps back out of the room.
Fee, in your head you hear a whispered message of, "Who was it?"
Can she reply?
Yes, in a
her
whisper
head?
and nobody can overhear.
They.
Oh, they, sorry.
Fee responds.
You get another message coming through. Yeah, but who was it? Was it a person? Or was it an owl bear? Or what?
It's just a codec conversation.
I'm glad this is a cantrip.
I don't know, I don't know, Chief.
You can actually
It's
see me at
common.
the end of the alleyway at this point, by the way, because I have to point at you for you to be able to hear the message.
Well, you know that thing
It's
where
around the corner.
you just
You
speak.
can-
Yeah, but we're just sort of doing that thing where we're just using walkie-talkies, even though we can see each other.
Yeah.
Dervan's just.
Yeah, it's a good thing that the
shifting
people that
getting
you're...
increasingly antsy.
It's a good thing that the creatures you're trying to hide from are in the house and not outside, because from outside you just look immediately suspicious.
Well, let's climb in, I guess.
They seem easily amused.
I should have taken Tasha's hideous laughter.
I mean, Tasha's hideous laughter makes anybody easily amused.
I have it, I just haven't got it prepared today.
Alright, so you're going through the window?
Yep, I sort of turn around, trying to look very edgy. Do the whole apocalypse now rising above the window and hop through.
Let's go.
All right, let me try to remember how these tools work.
Oh boy, revealing stuff.
Yep.
Always a dicey business.
So
Here you
as
did
you,
that.
Hey.
yeah, so as you enter in, I'm just now noticing that Nick might not have been focusing on your characters during this entire exchange.
I was not noticing. No. It's all right. We're there now.
It's okay. It's a weird map. You all do notice when you step through the window that this is a kitchen.
I wonder if they got any cheese.
So this is the door right here. Where's the window that we came in through? Is it like on the north wall up here?
It's south of the door.
Oh, okay.
Because I honestly did not think that you guys would be doing window as your approach.
It always happens. Never bet on players.
Aren't we a pain?
I don't have the boo available here, but imagine it's playing right now.
So
Ooh.
you notice 2 doors. You notice a little path that's leading into the ground. You presume that this goes to the basement. And because it might come up a lot, these things are candles. It's just a standing candlestick. Yeah.
Are they lit at the moment?
Not really, no. There's not a lot of light in this room. It's kind of just like shining in from the alley.
Okay.
A bit better now that the window is gone.
Just
Can I
thinking
cut the
for
wick
light
on the candles? Stop. Can I cut the wick on the candles to stop people lighting them?
Oh, I can stop them lighting them. Don't worry.
Okay.
Prestidigitation, snuff light, just constantly. Oh, it is verbal and semantics. That would give me away. No.
Yeah.
From the cupboard.
We all
No.
have dark vision, so I cut the wicks.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, you cut the wicks off of the candles.
I chew them because tallow's the nearest thing to chewing gum in this setting.
As you cut the wicks from the candles, a face comes through the stem of the candle stand, and it's like, "So you got in?"
Is this Penelope?
I thought we
It
were
is
about to go
Penelope.
face to face with like a candle elemental. Oh, I was terrified for a second.
Sorry, but Penelope is like undead, but not really a skull.
Inoltrare is like, oh, gee, where did you come from? Oh my god. And then
I'm
like
gonna say-
starts going, no, I didn't mean you into his mind there for a second.
For Tilly.
No, for Jesus.
Oh.
Kid's really accepted Jesus into himself.
He hasn't.
Yeah, I cannot wait until Nick has to tell us what that Farplane's curse word, the sniper set, was, so we can use it. Yeah, so Penelope is there. You're in a kitchen.
I could just be a bastard and say it's top of the morning to you or something. And then you'll never use it.
I mean, you said at the time that it meant shit.
Yeah, it does. Okay, Tilly, you know, not Tilly. Not Tilly. This is Tilly.
It's okay, I get taken for a cat myself.
Penelope Finch. Penelope Pinch. You know this house. What's in the next room?
She kind of, like, looks to you, and then looks at the 2 doors, and then looks to you again.
The one next to you, Penelope, honestly.
Oh, that's the dining room.
Okay, dining room. Knives. Table.
I mean, there's a
Can you
knife
tell us-
right next to Fee.
Big space. We can work with that.
Right, so you're going to the dining room?
Oh, since you mentioned the knife next to me, can I take the knife?
I mean, okay, you can take the knife. I guess somebody needs to fulfill the creepy Morgan role.
Oh, and I'm going to take a sliver of glass from the window.
I really thought you were going to say cheese. Okay, you have a sliver of glass.
And a bit of cheese if there is any around. I mean, like, that's a given.
I'm gonna draw my sword.
Any room where there is... Like, you know the classic D&D trope of I check for traps in every room? I'm checking for cheese.
Yeah, roll me a d20.
Okay. 8.
Yeah, there is cheese, but it's only a small amount in the cupboard. You can tell this isn't really like
I'm immediately...
whoever is living here isn't one for cheese,
I'm immediately
particularly.
eating it, yeah.
Okay. There's no ill effects. This is like not exactly fresh, but not exactly old. It's cheese.
Okay.
Fee holds the knife in a backwards grip, even though they know that's not actually how you're supposed to hold a knife.
That's dangerous,
They know
because we're all
specifically-
behind you.
They know
Inoltrare is
specifically
terrified
because
of
their parents went over it like a bajillion times.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
So
Also-
you
Okay.
go on.
And can I peek round the door just to make sure no one's there?
Yeah, you can, and nobody is there.
Okay.
Hey,
Here we go then.
Fee, if I die here today, I want you to promise me you're going to find who took my orb and you're going to kill him.
Your orb will be avenged.
And I mean kill them.
With kindness, yes.
No,
True path.
with murder. With incredible violence.
Also, if you do find the orb, you probably would be avenging Inoltrare at that point.
Yeah.
Anyway, you find yourself in a dining room. On each of the corners, there are more candle... I don't know a name specifically for the long candlesticks, but...
Candelabras?
Candelabra?
Well, yes.
Candle stand, I guess?
Candle stand, sure. Why not? You see a very long dining table. There are 12 chairs, all neatly placed around it. Above it is this very big chandelier. And on the wall to the north is just a very large portrait. And it is of Alabaster Finch and his family. This was you'd say that this was a bit earlier than Penelope was born, because there is a girl in the portrait, but it doesn't appear to be Penelope. And it's just him looking out to some places that admittedly you kind of recognize vaguely, but some stuff has changed around in Graki since the portrait was painted. But you suppose this is just him surveying like the work that he has contributed to the city.
Hey, Penelope, do you know who that girl is?
Oh, that's my sister.
Ah, Penelope. Okay. Are any of the candles lit in here?
None of the candles in here are lit, and it is a bit darker.
Awesome.
In fact, you might want to, like, do something to make it easier for you to see.
I use produce flame to light a couple of the candles.
I'll use prestidigitation to light a couple more as well.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh no,
You're-
I can only put them out. Never mind, I won't do that.
I thought you could put a candle on with
No,
prestidigitation.
just snuff them.
No, you can light a small fire with the prestidigitation.
Oh yeah, it says light or snuff candle. Weirdly, the little summary it gave me said snuff only. But yes, I will light some candles as well.
Knowless, I have no idea what that is.
Okay. Then.
But don't worry about it. I think it might just be like an instance that was joined while I was testing things out. You're careful not to light any of the candles that you now see on the table. They're kind of stacked all together except for two that have been toppled over, you suppose. And as the room lights up, you get the impression like there's some damage here. But this looks livable. Like, if... From the damage outside, you'd reckon... this would be a lot worse off. If, like, nobody had done any kind of repairing or preparing this house.
Someone's moved in here. Do we know that they're not allowed to be in here? Oh well, we made a promise.
Yeah, Penelope is casually filling over the table, just like, yeah, they should know they're not supposed to be here.
Have you tried talking to them, Penelope?
No, they're scary.
Okay. I understand.
What makes them scary? Are they birds?
Penelope is confused by your statement.
To be clear, Fee does not sort of register Dervan as a bird for whatever reason.
I like that that's what we're going with.
And Dervan's going to take this as a compliment and ignore it, I think.
I don't think Fee said it. I think this is just why Dervan is able to be in the party without Fee's paranoia setting off.
Hey, Penelope, what's through this door?
Penelope floats over to the door, and then she just casually peeks her head through, and then pulls it back in. I was like, oh, that's just, and she's kind of like tapping her head a bit, trying to think, and just like, it's a big room.
Dervan's going to creak the other one open a little bit and try and peek through.
All right. Confound these tools, for I am not familiar with them. Alright, I'd say you can probably see that much.
Are those like sconces or whatnot on either side of the door over there?
Yes, these are more candles.
Okay.
Candles.
Any particular features to the room? Is there like, I don't know, kind of rug or something?
You know, it does look like the place where a rug should be. But no, there isn't a rug. You do notice that the floorboards definitely are not burnt. In fact, they appear to be quite recent installations.
And do I hear anything or anybody moving around?
Make me a perception check.
Okay. I do not have proficiency in that, do I? I do not, so we'll be going with -2. That's a 10.
10. You don't think you can see or hear anything. This seems to be an empty room.
Why didn't they take the portrait down?
Dervan's gonna step through.
All right.
And immediately crash through a broken floorboard that had a glamour over it or something, probably.
Boom.
Like, oh, this place is haunted, so it appears the way it did when it was whole, but it's actually...
I think it might just be whoever's been in here has put in new flooring. Just really giving Inoltrare the feeling that maybe this is just someone else's house now. But
What an absurd thought.
But at the same time, why didn't they take down the portrait?
I mean, it's a nice portrait.
Yeah, but would you put a portrait up of someone else's family?
Well, presumably they didn't put it up.
You'd take it down though, right?
Is this other room to our left supposed to be revealed? Or is that part of this one?
Owlbear, unfortunately, just is a bit weird. And I'm not sure what happens if I delete this, entirely.
It does have a fog of war layer, right? These aren't just solid rectangles?
Yeah, no, it is Fog of War. But for some reason this particular rectangle does not want to be revealed.
It's alright, we'll pretend it's not there.
Yeah, you're not really missing much in any case. It is just floor as standard, and the other half of those 4 candles hanging out the wall.
Oh, okay.
Handles and forks.
Alright, so yeah, this is all one really big room, yeah.
If I go to the stairs and listen up the stairs, can I hear anyone up there?
No. But make me a perception check.
No. I forget what the modifier is, but I'm pretty sure it's bad.
Well, what is the number?
5.
I mean, honestly, 5 will do it. You hear fire coming from the room to your south.
My perception is -1, it's a 4.
Okay, well, 4 will still do it.
There's a bedroll that I'm looking at in the corner here. Or just a tied-up rug?
Tied-up rug.
Okay.
There's a tied-up rug, and one of them is sitting horizontally on the ground. One of them is stringed up and resting against the back of the stairs. This is the stairs, by the way. I don't know what is going on with...
Okay, so yeah, those stairs are revealed now.
Okay.
In fact, okay, yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Okay, we're all in the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I take a look at this door?
Yes, you can. How do you want to take a look at them?
Okay, I'm just going to put my ear to it and listen. Start with.
Alright, perception check.
Oh, I actually have a decent modifier to that. That's a 12.
Yeah, you're quite sure that you hear nothing.
Hey, I try to quietly peek through the door.
And you do so, and it appears that this is a small storage area for when there isn't enough, chairs or candles for the dining room.
Is there anything but chairs or candles in here?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Any cheese?
Can I
You surprisingly, no cheese.
Okay. That's what I'm just saying
can't
from
find
all the way over here. It's like, any cheese?
Yeah, okay, do you want to roll a stealth check?
I'm doing that via message.
Okay.
Yeah. It's whisper. Any cheese? I'm sending one to Dervan as well, even though Dervan's right next to me. Any cheese?
This is a room sans dairy.
Right, from right next to Inoltrare, Dervan is going, "Do you find anything?"
Is he saying?
Just a staircase. It goes up, and there's a fire up there.
Knowless,
lit
important
fire?
question. When Dervan asked if Inoltrare found anything, was this through message?
No.
Haha, I thought it wasn't.
Here we go.
You hear sounds
We're
coming
using
from
his
the room. to your-
inside voice, but he doesn't have that much of a sneaking voice.
Yeah,
I said inside voice.
Penelope flies off. You hear sounds coming from the room to your south.
I gesture at both of them towards the door I'm in front of.
This one or this one?
That one, the second one.
Second one, this one.
Where's
Okay.
the pointer? Is it this one?
It's the one that looks like a comet.
It's the one closest to the rugs.
Something's coming.
One that looks like a comet.
Where can I hide? Where can I hide? Where can I hide?
Oh, it is.
I'm gonna run over to here and hide on the staircase.
Okay.
Change the color.
Okay. Dervan, you sticking around, buddy?
I'm gonna
trying to
grab
find
Nevin
out
and
how to get back on the. There it is. Okay, so sorry. What are we here?
We're hiding. We heard people.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Dervan and drag them over to Inoltrare.
I'm gonna have to, but okay.
Get behind me, Dervan.
No, you get behind me. That's what I'm for.
Oh yeah, good point. Very good point.
That's what the shield's for. The armor.
You are very lucky that that is actually a wall and not like just banisters.
I mean, we would have known that, and you could have just, mentioned that it was a bad idea.
Crouching, presumably, as well.
Yeah, you hear the door open. You hear footsteps again, but they don't venture too far out from the room. And again, just wait a few seconds. And I'm actually going to... we can wait for that as well.
Oh, we lost Bree.
I'm going to roll 2d4.
I had an idea.
Oh, wow. That's unfortunate. Nothing to worry about. Alright, you... Welcome back. You hear whoever this is, say... Huh...
Must have been the wind.
What was that noise?
I peek round the side just to get a look at them.
You can make a stealth check for it.
Okay.
I would like to.
This is your warning that they are like kind of looking around the room because they heard something.
Throwing one's voice.
Can
Well,
Dervan
that's something
being
I'm
silent?
thinking of trying.
Throwing your voice, I'd say that would have to be a performance check if you were to try it.
Not perhaps deception.
I don't know. It's really kind of a performance thing because you're not like trying to lie to somebody. You're
Okay, that's an 11.
Okay. If I do good on this, though, can Fee have advantage on that?
You know what? Sure.
I'll try performance. I'm using kenku mimicry to make the sound of a squeaking mouse, and I'm trying to throw it all the way across to the end of the room.
Uh-huh.
And I have a, let me see,
I like that.
I have a -1.
Inoltrare
Yeah,
is
-1.
fingering the cork on the potion of fire breathing just in case. His house burnt down once.
I'm pretty sure Iris told us outright that that's another trick item.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, but needs must.
Well, I don't know what it does.
Well, that was
but-
with my -1, that's going to be a 19.
Yeah.
Is that a natural 20?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll
yeah.
say that does it. So, Fee, you're just peeking around the wall, and you think that you are being, like, incredibly stealthy. Like, they are gonna tell tales about the excursion that you have had today in this house, and how you were able to stay one step ahead the entire time, until, for a split second, the tiniest of seconds, you see this person's eyes almost catch you. And you get a decent enough look at them, but by the time that you've moved your head back around to the wall, you can tell, no, this is not the story that people, that young rogues who are rebelling against society and their parents are going to tell each other to inspire themselves. And you also hear a squeak, and you see Dervan making this vocalization, but it doesn't come out of Dervan. It comes out to where this man is going to walk to, which is going to be here. So you have just been narrowly saved. All things considered, from what you did see, doesn't really look like a bandit. Has kind of like long brown hair, a bit of an athletic build, wearing a vest, wearing shorts. They seem to be lounging. They've got some sandals thrown on. And as they're over there, you hear them walk a bit more. And they open the door that you heard the fire coming from and close it.
Let's go for the door they just came from. Quick.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm not going to just rush them?
Wait. No, these are internal doors. They won't have locks on. It was like, can we lock them in? But probably not. Yeah, let's go for the...
Okay.
Are there chairs around? We could put a chair against one.
Yes, there
No,
are
I looked
chairs!
at the-
Yeah, go put a chair against the door so that they can't...
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
I like it.
A good idea.
Yeah, Dervan's going to go do that.
It's always worrying when the DM says that. Like, is it now?
And
Well,
the chairs are here.
Where are these chairs that are around?
They're
We're
in
working
the...
There, I drew a chair against the door. We've barricaded it.
Oh, that's the door you're barricading.
The one they went through.
Interesting.
It's going to be one of those doors that loop round, isn't it?
Maybe, but we'll find out, I guess.
Okay. Can I peek through this door?
You can peek through that door. Let's see. Ba-bum.
I've got a really bad feeling about this. I'm a future teller. I'm a diviner, and I didn't see this coming in the morning. Cheese leaves.
Cheese leaves.
These grows
that-
on trees.
That's what you're able to see peeking in.
Okay.
So, bit of a chandelier. There's a table with some drawers in it. There's a big vase on top.
Okay. I try to enter quietly.
And you do so.
I'm gonna follow him behind.
Are those some stairs to the left?
To clarify, did you put the chair beneath the door quietly?
I would assume yes.
I would assume
Okay.
no, because it's Dervan.
I'll allow you it. Yes, those are stairs going downwards, much like the ones in the kitchen.
Is there anything in this room?
There is a couch, there is a chair, there is a table with 2 mugs on it, and a little rectangular kind of like plate or platter. Looks to have crumbs on it.
Is there any food left?
No, it's been munched.
Sorry, Inoltrare. The cheese recon has failed again.
We'll get him next time.
All right. What next?
Should we check the next room or check the basement? Those stairs go down to the basement, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Where else would they go?
I'm worried the next room might butt onto the one we just barricaded.
You know what? I'm gonna try these stairs.
Yeah, let's go.
All righty then. Well,
Yep, that would be the wrong one, I suspect.
would suspect, yeah. Alright, so if you are going down the stairs, please meet the square to the bottom.
And zoom back in.
I will say it is exceedingly dark down here.
That's right,
I have
Tilly's
night
lit up
vision.
like a
I'm sorry.
Christmas tree.
Also, I have dark vision.
Dark
Yeah.
vision, dark vision to 120.
Can't go
It's
dark.
night.
Yeah. The crows.
Interesting.
I also have dark vision as a dwarf.
Oh, no, Kenku don't get dark vision, Rune Knights do.
Oh,
They
gotcha.
get 120 feet of it.
Ah.
Actually, if they pick the specific features that I picked out of the
We
list.
can't see as well in the darkness anyway, so it might be worth creating some light.
Well, I mean, Tilly is light,
Yeah, Tilly's like a little glowy. So,
as I've said, yeah. Unlike above, doesn't seem to be any candles on the walls. You do notice that in the corner of at least this part of the basement, there's some stray tiles lying about. Lying against the corner of the room, there's a shovel. There's this bag of this gravelly-like material. Beside it, there's, I guess, a tool you would use for, like, spackling. And there is some daub in a big barrel that one would use with whittle.
alright, tell me about this gravelly-like material.
It's like gravel. It's not magical.
Okay. No, I'm just like, my stone sense is tingling. As a dwarf. What is my stone cunning telling me that they might be using this for?
Repairing things.
Okay. I've got a really
Using
bad
it for-
feeling that we are just doing a home invasion
Using
on
it for
people who've moved into this burnt down house. But I don't think Inoltrare is that, like, Inoltrare is intelligent, but he's not smart, so I'm not...
Right.
He's continuing on.
Is this there's like a corner here that can be peeked around?
Well,
wall,
hang
like
on, because whilst you are down there, things have not stopped happening upstairs,
Uh-oh.
and I need to make, probably 2 rolls? Let's see.
Oh dear.
So that's 4d6. Okay,
That's a lot of
not bad.
D6s.
Not bad. Yeah. And then another 4d6.
I have a bad
let's
feeling
see.
about this. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
Especially since pixel asked for our HP.
Alright, what was your question, Dervan?
Is this a bit of wall that like can be peeked around? Is it like a dividing wall between two parts of the room?
Yes. It's a basement, so it's not really big on doors. You do peek around it, and you can see where the tiles are being used.
Oh, tiles?
They're- Yes, tiles.
Okay.
There are some large areas on the floor which seem to just be dirt, and this might have been like damage from the fire. But you get the feeling that from this room they've started, and they're making their way down that direction.
Okay. I'm going to do the sort of World of Warcraft rogue sneaking stance and slowly walk down.
Crap.
I have no idea what that is, so I'm going to assume that, yeah, you're walking like a crab.
Look it up, it's very edgy.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
I mean, you can tell me to look it up, but now, in my mind, it's always just going to be the Zoidberg.
I was assuming just crouch walking like in Bethesda games. Like in Bethesda games where like
Did you see
guys
me
are gonna be killing
sneaking?
you.
Yeah. Did you see me sneaking? It was like, whoop, whoop, whoop.
We need to be serious. There is someone in this house, and they are a monster. Hey, what's around this thingy here?
I'm glad you asked. Oh. There we go.
Uh-huh.
It is more broken ground, but there were shelves here.
Anything on the shelves? Cheese?
We do that pile up around the corner like in cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which-
nothing. I know the pile up. Nothing really on the shelves, but you can tell that even though they are still like standing, these shelves are like post-fire. But good quality, you know.
Is there any disturbance in the dirt that looks like it might be where a small child is buried, by any chance?
Roll me a history check.
Sure. Oh.
What is it?
It's 10.
You've read some stuff about the architecture of Karaki, and you heard that when this fire happened, like you're now recalling, like, yes, at the back of your mind, it was sitting there, like, you did hear something about a terrible tragedy, and you heard that the bodies that were found in the house were relocated to, you know, wherever Karaki's graveyard would be. So, you know, Penelope's body certainly wouldn't be here.
Okay, that's alright then. Nothing to worry about.
Unless you want to, like, grab a shovel and dig. I cannot confirm nor deny that there are other bodies.
No, I'm not gonna dig up the ground. I think that might be loud.
Yes, and also a bit loud, coming from above, is Penelope. Hi.
Jesus. So, where are these monsters?
They're upstairs.
Upstairs 1 floor up or upstairs 2 floors up?
She pokes her head through the ceiling and then back down again. 1 floor.
Okay. It's just the people, right? It's not like anything evil, demonic style, you know?
Well, they're scary.
Oh, sure, everyone's scary, though. Even Dervan's scary. And Dervan's a bird. Fee's first realization. What?
How could you say that about our friend?
I'm sorry, Dervan. You're not a bird. That was rude of me.
Dervan's going to be going home with questions to his parents.
Yeah.
No, he just likes being called. He just likes being called scary because he wants to be the fighter, the scary frontline guy.
So how's that helping going?
Well, we haven't found any monsters yet. All we found so far is a person who appears to live here.
But I live here.
Sure, but multiple people. Never mind. We'll have to go and deal with this. Excuse me, Penelope. Do you mind if we have a team huddle?
Penelope floats in and puts her arms around both of your and Dervan's shoulders.
Penelope, I meant a team
You
huddle.
feel like a chill on your spines.
I meant of me, Dervan, and Fee, please, Penelope. Just a moment. We just, we need to get our, tactics right, and, we don't want to scare you.
She kind of floats back and then goes through the wall.
Okay. Hey, Fee, do you mind coming over here? Got a huddle going on. Alright. Do you reckon the people upstairs just live here? Like normal?
Can I try and roll history if I happen to know anything about the ownership of the house?
Sure.
Oh yeah, your parents run the paper, don't they?
Mm-hmm. 7.
It's a particularly interesting seagull attack story that day, and it just got bumped.
Yeah, like you've probably seen something about something, and your mind is caught in this loop of presque vu where it's on the tip of my tongue, and no, that's not it, and now all of the information is coming at you from every angle, and you're searching all of your memories, and essentially you're floodgating it so you can't find anything.
I'm just kind of muttering in different voices like a radio that won't tune right for a minute.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, birds can do that. Birds are cool.
Kenku specifically, it's neat, yeah. Okay. No idea then. What about you, Fee? What do you think?
It would seem to me. Question, by the way. Is the person I saw earlier, are they just a human, or are they another humanoid?
They're human.
Okay. It would seem to me that we're dealing with non-edgy folk.
Dun dun dun.
Oh, that button
So do
didn't
we think
work.
he's a bandit or not?
I tried to play Talia's Phantom in the Opera thing, but I think I've moved the files since then, so it hasn't worked.
Aww.
Oh, sad times. There we go. don't know, maybe they live here, but maybe they don't. Maybe they're bandits who've just moved in. I guess.
There always be a monster in disguise.
Fee, I'll tell you for free that if they are bandits, they're very lackadaisical because, again, like vest, shorts, sandals.
To be fair, you're just describing everything my wizard tutor is wearing at the moment. Like, I don't know anymore what the various D&D classes wear.
If I were to describe them as anyone in Inoltrare, I'd say Innie. They were your mentor's friends.
We should kill them. No wonder there's no cheese in here. That's... The thing is, and I'm saying this extra quietly to make sure that Penelope can't hear, ghosts are kind of scary. We don't want to upset one.
The undead may not be as meddlesome as the Fae, but they are meddlesome.
I don't want to get possessed.
You need to take ownership of yourself.
That doesn't work against ghosts, I think.
My parents always said no one can force you to do anything you don't want them to.
No, try. Can't you magic a ghost out of somebody?
Well, I can tell you the DM answer, but I can't tell you the player answer. I don't know, I've never tried. All I've really got is kind of hurtful spells. Might need a priest for that.
Yeah.
I mean, Fireball works eventually, but...
Should we just go get one?
Maybe we should go and just get a priest. Pixel's like... We can't have the gang just leave and go to church.
we cannot.
Maybe we should go and talk to them. And by we, I mean you two. I don't like talking to people. I'm really out of my comfort zone right now. I just want to go back to the tower and have some cheese.
Okay, but I need you to understand something. Iffy is just a persona I put on. It is not the real me.
We kind of knew that. We've met your parents.
I think they said
I don't think
Iffy,
Inoltrare has.
which is the fake name that they assumed for like basically the wizard convention last adventure.
Oh. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know. You've introduced yourself as Fee before, and I know that's someone else, but who is you? And that the other, and if he was, it was like a mirage, a disguise.
Yes. Smiling is not cool or badass. I do not do it.
Exactly. You should probably go and talk to the... Dervan, you... Well, I shouldn't.
If my parents find out I broke into a house, I'm not gonna... Like, they're not gonna... let me leave our house. I'm not gonna be able to go on adventures.
You'll be grounded. No one wants that.
Yeah.
Ouch.
They might start locking my window even.
We can't have a second bird-based character be grounded. Fee, you'd be grounded too if you were caught breaking and entering.
Do you not compare me to that, or I mean, yes, I would be in trouble again.
Fine, I'll do it. I got no parents. Up I go!
Okay, So, as you step out, you are in the kitchen. Because this is where the basement loops around.
Aha. Okay, first of all,
Leave the house.
any cheese?
No, you remember from your
No
last
cheese has
raid on this
materialized in the last 5 minutes, is what you're saying.
Yes, no, you've stolen all of their cheese.
I'm gonna knock on the kitchen door. I feel like that's what Inoltrare would do. Like, hello?
Okay.
I'm going to talk to him. That's the plan.
All right.
I'm doing it. The other two would get in trouble with their parents, and I don't have parents. So I've got to do it. Even though I hate talking to people, I'll do it.
Yep, you're the only one who can do this.
If they attack, we've got your back.
That's great. I have 6 hit points.
We'll avenge you just earlier than we thought.
Yeah, you haven't got my back, but you will avenge me. That's what I need. It's alright, I've got the peltast. It slightly keeps me alive.
I just love how this is what you're choosing to do when you could just walk around to the front door. No, this is great.
I have a plan, don't worry.
Okay, Fee and Dervan, are you standing behind Inoltrare?
Yep, I'm just putting my cloak down and walking behind Inoltrare for moral support.
I'm just kind of standing a bit to the side, just trying not to be immediately visible through the door.
Hello?
All right. You
Oh no, there's two
knock
of them.
on the door. Yeah, and say hello, and eventually you hear it open.
Hi, my name is Inoltrare. I'm a wizard. I live in a tower up nearby, but we went to go get cheese, and then we saw a girl who said there were monsters in here, so we came. We saw there was a window open, or broken. There was a broken window. We came in to the lady. You know, one of your windows broken. Have you seen your windows broken?
Alright, so standing in front of you is the man as mentioned earlier, and standing in front of him is this woman with short blonde hair. She also has an athletic build, and she's got this casual white cloak draped around her shoulders with the hood down. And she's like frozen looking at you for a second because you have just like, as far as she knows, told your entire life story. And the man behind her says, oh, well, you know, I guess that explains one mystery, you know? Hey, did you, like, see anyone who might have broken the window?
No, didn't see anyone at all. I came over and the window was already
The
broken.
woman puts her hand out while you're talking. In front of her, who you presume to be her partner. And she kind of takes a second to breathe in. And she looks at you. And you wouldn't happen to know who put the chair in front of one of our doors?
What? Chair? What? No, of course not.
Make me a deception check.
-1 to deception. Here we go.
Just roll high.
That's a 6.
Can I interrupt him at this moment?
I'm like blushing.
Go ahead.
massively.
Oh hi, my name's Sophie. Sorry, the chair's me. Sorry.
And why did you think to put a chair in front of our door?
We were scared. There was a ghost.
There was a ghost. Okay. Okay. Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. So, fun fact, Fey Wanderers get to add their wisdom score to any charisma-based check.
Nice.
And
Let's see if it helps you.
I mean, we're literally talking just a +3 instead of a +2, but it's something. That's a dirty 20.
She looks at you and... like, the frown... like, she looks back to Untitled for a second, and there's still, like, the frown on her face with, like, the kind of, like, And then she looks back to Fee, and then her shoulders kind of ease a bit. It's like, okay. Okay. Look. I'm sure that you came in here through the window and you thought that maybe there was something scary because you heard something happening. That was just us. There isn't a ghost here. I would know.
Why would you know?
Oh, dude, she's like totally into exorcisms. Studying exorcisms, yes, but I do have a bit of an interest in the area.
Okay. What is an exorcism? Is that when you go for a jog?
Oh, no. See, if there was a ghost here... well, what's the best way to describe it to a child?
In fairness, I am very smart. Just use the real words.
Well, you see, ghosts are kind of a nuisance. Wouldn't you say so? So, when somebody has a ghost on their property, and they don't want the ghost on their property, they get somebody to perform an exorcism. And, as far as I've studied, and I'm still only getting into it, and this is about what I can do, I would focus the energy in my body and make pleas with my, what's a... like patron, but deity, I guess. Deity. Call upon Morian to help the poor soul that is lost and wandering. And then Morian responds by ripping them out of the material plane and the ethereal plane and bringing them to limbo.
That doesn't sound fun.
Oh hey, we found a cleric.
Yeah, I was gonna say, priest might be closer than you think. Well, it doesn't sound fun, but living with a ghost doesn't sound fun either, does it?
I don't know, you could be buddies. I bet there'd be a great story about that, living with a ghost, being ghost buddies. Wouldn't it? But then stories aren't real.
Chill.
So, you don't live here?
Oh no, dude, we like totally live here. I mean, it's kind of this relocation program. We used to live on Silver Street, but I think we all know why we can't go back there. So,
yeah,
no. Yeah, no. So, I guess whoever runs the city was like looking at this house and thought, man, this is an eyesore. And they decided to fix it up so people could, like, live here. And we got lucky.
Huh. Okay. And what do we do about the ghost?
Look, I told you before there isn't a ghost here. I wouldn't know.
Uh-huh. But there is one.
Yep. She looked like a ghost. She said her name was Penelope.
And that is a very ghostly name.
Look, I have been living here for about 3 weeks now. I haven't seen hide nor hair of a ghost. And I want to remind you here, I'm the expert in these matters. So look, we've all had a bit of a scare. You because you thought there was a ghost. Us because you came through our window and blocked one of our doors, and then knocked on one of the doors inside the house.
Well, I was going to knock on the window, but it wasn't there.
Why would you knock on the window if the window wasn't there?
That's why I had to come in and knock on the door.
His reasoning soundless.
Well, all things considered, I think it's best that you leave.
Okay, we'll go.
We'll let you go through the front door. How about that? Hmm?
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. So they start leading you through the room. Let me.
Does she turn away from me at any point?
Yes.
I am going to cast message, and I'm going to go. I'm totally a ghost, and I'm right in your head.
Okay, make me a deception check. Because the fun thing about message is, yes, you can communicate with people telepathically, but it is still your voice.
Yeah.
Also,
Alright.
if somebody knows how, would they be able to erase the chair because they would have moved that?
Oh yeah, I can totally do that. I'm swapping D20. That's a 4.
Did they see me, or should I sneak back out through the window we came in? Oh wait, no, we pointed it out to them. They definitely. Never mind.
She looks back to you, and she just says,
Hang on a minute. Let me see. Where's...
I'm going out and pick up the car.
Am I actually
she looks back to you.
There we go.
And she eyes you for a minute, and she's just like, "That's a very cute trick, dear."
Thank you. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Big fog. So they walk you through the what appears to be a foyer, and you can see a small door that looks to. Okay, you see a small door that looks like it might be a coat closet.
Oh, I bet there's
just
cheese
come
in
in.
there.
I'll neither confirm nor deny it. And yeah, they open the door for you. Fee lives there now, I guess.
They're middle class. They're middle class enough. They probably just live in every middle class person's house now.
And she looks to you again, Untitled, and says, "You should go home, and maybe you should try to get this ghost business out of your head." Okay.
Okay.
And the door closes. And you're outside. Also outside, Penelope, who comes through the ground.
Ah! So,
Did you get rid of them yet?
they said there weren't any ghosts, but that doesn't make any sense, because you just came through the ground, right?
Penelope looks at you confused.
Well, that's not something people who aren't ghosts do.
Make me an Arcana check.
Sure. Oh my god! It's getting to the points where I could portents myself and get a better roll. That was a 14.
14 will do it. You know that, like, it's not easy to explain to... Like, some ghosts, it is easy, some ghosts they know. But to some ghosts, and particularly very young ghosts, it's not easy to explain the concept that they are a ghost to them. And, you know, it's kind of the situation where you can explain it to them logically, but whatever is going on in their ethereal brain just makes it so that it doesn't connect, and honestly, by the time you finish the thought, it's just kind of gone, and they're back to the conversation that you were previously having.
Have you tried talking to the scary woman in there?
Of course not.
You should try that.
But I heard her talking, and she just talking about exercising and limboing and...
Yeah, but that'd be only scary if you were a ghost, right?
Okay.
And you're not a ghost, right?
She shakes her head no.
So what are you worried about?
I don't want to talk to them.
Okay. What can we do then? Because you're not going to be happy until they go, but they appear to live here now. Looks like the city's made this their house.
So they someone you know?
But it's not their house, it's my house.
You could share.
And she's like wrapping her head, thinking, and just kind of like floating in a circle back and forth. Oh, I know. What if they thought you were ghosts?
That could work. But then won't they just try to exorcise us?
But you're not really ghosts.
Yeah, but then when it doesn't work, won't they just know that we're not ghosts?
And she goes back to, like, pacing around, floating off the ground. It's like, what if you're invisible ghosts?
That could work. Can anyone turn invisible here? No.
Only to prying eyes.
I have an idea. Give me a day, and I can sort this out. I need to prepare a spell.
Okay. We will give you a day, and we will take a short break.
Oh, yes, that's a good idea.
Yes.
Where's the break screen button? There it is. I almost hit outro every time. Alright, you're not visible, but you are audible. And I'm going to explain to chat my plan.
Oh, you just turned us invisible anyway, so...
There we go, we're all invisible. Done. We are now ghosts. So, I have the spell Magic Mouth, right? Implant a 25-word message in an object that is uttered on chosen trigger condition. What if I put that in some innocuous objects around the house, and then when someone comes near, it goes, "Whoa, I'm a ghost," like that, you know?
Nothing like gaslighting people in their own house.
I mean, yeah. Well, all we're really doing is correcting, you know, an incorrect theory that she's got that there are no ghosts in the house, because there is a ghost in the house. The other option is we find some way to put that ghost's soul to rest.
We also don't know if their exorcism will cleanse the entire house of ghosts, or if they'll just target wherever they think the ghost is.
That's true.
And if it speaks at all to the humanity in you, I will remind you that the exorcism that she's been studying sends ghosts to limbo by physically ripping them from the material and ethereal planes.
Yeah, that's not so good. We need to put her soul to rest properly.
Do we actually... I mean, at this point, could we actually find an actual priest and ask them to help her move on or something?
That could be a good idea. I mean, the other way round is we kill these two people.
But then they'd be ghosts, and that would just make things awkward.
Well, yeah, but it would be funny in a way, wouldn't it? If they came back as ghosts.
Fee puked the first time they murdered someone.
Oh yeah. It wasn't murder. Like,
it was explicitly murder. You challenged them to a duel in the sewers. Morgan even hid the body.
a duel is not murder, right? Like, there's a difference.
I mean, in many jurisdictions, duels are illegal and can actually be used as evidence for it, proving you intended to murder someone.
Okay.
I also didn't fight the Blade Singer one-on-one either.
Then again, it's your setting. Is dueling illegal in Karaki?
Yeah, it probably is, but it's probably fine in Garaki. I imagine it's something they'd be up for.
Well, do you know what's super illegal in Karaki? Compelled duel.
Oh, yeah. Enchantment magic. Have I got any enchantment magic? Ooh. Yeah. I should be careful about that.
If it went jogging out.
In theory, I reckon one could, Al.
So, a little bit of DM knowledge I have about ghosts, which is unrelated to this module, but is why I'm scared of them. The ghost is genuinely one of the most threatening creatures below probably CR10 in the monster manual. It has one of the few save or die abilities.
Oh yeah, malevolence. I think that's what its possession ability is called, isn't it?
Yeah, the possession only ends when the ghost wants it to, or you die. Like, that's it.
That is when it falls to 0 hit points. Or
yeah, but this one is 6. And also, as far as she is aware, your friend.
But does Inoltrare realise that?
I don't know, does Inoltrare realise that?
I think Inoltrare realizes that she's friendly, because otherwise she probably would have attacked by now. She's had plenty of opportunities.
I mean, she considers us friends now, but like, if she thinks that we're siding with the Exorcist, then she probably is gonna turn against, like, attack. I assume.
Problem is, she doesn't know she's a ghost either, which means we can't get her to, like, possess one of the... like, possess the Exorcist. Like, half the problem's solved. Because the Exorcist just goes, we should leave this place.
I mean, works two ways. Wouldn't know to possess you.
What if we make the house unlivable for them? So they leave?
Burn it down again.
No, just unlivable for a bit, like temporarily. Just make it so that almost like a reverse Home Alone. I've got things like
a lot of the traps in Home Alone should kill people. Probably.
Fireball, cloud of daggers on the toilet. That'd be awful. You've just sat down, you're midway through, and you know you've got to get up within 6 seconds or you'll take 4d4 slashing damage, but you've got to wipe. That's the true power of Cloud of Daggers.
What if we pranked them by putting a bag of holding in the toilet?
But I hope they don't try and flush another bag of holding down that toilet.
It'll be like reverse cling film.
Yeah.
I mean, people are flushing wands of lightning bolts down toilets in Karaki.
And baboons.
I mean, baboons seem cute at first, but you know, when they reach a certain size...
Yeah, they grow up and then just people flush them down the toilet. That's where the Giralong came from that was in the sewers. It was a baboon and it just grew too big.
I wanted to have a nice conversation with it.
Well, tough.
I was thinking of asking Penelope if
Iris.
she wanted to try scaring them out of the house, but like...
Yeah, I think maybe we should do that. I think maybe we should try scaring them away, but it's going to be tricky.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go and grab a cup of tea.
Okay.
Right.
I'm very much a wizard who's geared to dealing damage, not... So I can probably use prestidigitation. I think we can use that well. Minor tricks, harmless sensory effects, illusory images. I think we can do that. I don't have minor
mimicry,
illusion.
but
The mimicry
I have
will help.
mimicry,
Yeah.
but I'm not very good at staying hidden, and my mimicry isn't actually... Like, the DC to realize it's mimicry is not high.
It's that or we just kill him. Yeah, so the way I see it is we force him out the house somehow. We find some way to put the ghost to rest. Or we get the exorcist to exorcise the ghost, which is kind of the bad ending. Or ending number 4, we kill them both.
I mean, I'm not going to push you one way or the other.
The annoying thing about laying her to rest is we might have an uphill fight just trying to learn enough information about her and what she might want when we keep rolling so badly on a history check.
If only what she wanted was directly related to the brickwork. I'd be fine.
I mean, it's kind of related in that at the very least she wants these people out of her house.
Yeah, it's just, what is her unfinished business? It's not going to be related to the people because...
Yeah, because
she would have been
presumably
a ghost
been here,
before then.
Yeah. She's been here since it burned down.
Luke says, so what you're saying is sewer work has a shit ton of danger pay because people keep flushing baboons down the shitter. Yes, exactly. That's why there's a middle-class couple living in the sewer.
It's a shame there just about definitely isn't any sort of Beetlejuice ending to this, where they just coexist.
I think we've got to get some more information out of the ghost. Out of Penelope. I think we've got to work out what her unfinished business is and help her. Or we kill them.
No, I reckon that should be grouped up with the exorcism in bad endings.
All I'm saying is, I got a 3rd level spell slot and a fireball, and it could happen. These houses burn down all the time. Inoltrare is just fast becoming a maniac.
Yeah!
No, Inoltrare would not try and burn down a house unless they stole his orb. I think we got to talk to Penelope. We've got to work out what is keeping her here, because it's not that there are people in the house, right? Because those people weren't in the house before she was a ghost. No, weren't in the house when she became a ghost. Mm-hmm. And then if that fails, we kill them. No, if that fails, we've got to just try and get them to leave or coexist. Or we kill them.
There are 2 of them. I would finally get to use my other class feature.
What is it?
But no, we'll talk to the ghost.
Oh yeah, just to say, if anybody casts Detect Magic at any point, I should know about it.
That is true.
All right.
I have a ring of detect magic detection. It lights up when somebody casts detect magic within 1 mile. Jesus. Okay. It might
not
be
quite
just
so
always
useful.
lit. Yeah. Oh shit! I've got knowledge points.
Is that a mood ring? Yeah, it's a mood, all right.
Why didn't I use any knowledge points?
What are knowledge points?
They're from my pondering of the orb. They become what I can do is I can exchange knowledge points for information from the DM. I can either exchange minor knowledge points for like tiny things like flavor and that sort of thing, or major knowledge points for things like I can go, what does the ghost need to like, what does the ghost need to be put to rest, and that sort of thing. And you tell me how many major knowledge points it costs, and then I spend them.
Yeah, we could take care of that, like, now.
Okay, how many major knowledge points to work out what Penelope needs to be put to rest?
1.
1? I'll take it. I got 7 of these, so...
Yeah, okay, so... For Penelope to be put to rest, assume that we've had conversations with Penelope, like, between when you left and when we're going to resume. But she says that, like, she's waiting for her family.
She's waiting for her family.
Yes.
She's waiting for her family. She's waiting for her family. Waiting. Waiting for her family.
Because, like, she woke up one day and they were gone.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she's just permanently stuck until she realizes she's dead. And then, admittedly, her finished business is done and she will probably dissipate, but...
You're gonna have a hell of a time trying to convince her, though.
Okay. So, that gives us a new option, though. Option 1. We convince her she's dead. She realizes she's dead. She realizes her parents aren't coming. Her business is done. She's laid to rest and her soul goes to wherever. Option 2. We murder them. Option 3. We do a reverse Home Alone and scare them out of the house, making them think this is a ghost they can't deal with. I forget if there was an option 4.
Option 4 was kill all of them.
Oh no, option 4 is we get the priest to exorcise Penelope, but that's probably not a good idea.
We also, as I said, we don't know whether their exorcism cleanses the entire house or a targeted area. We don't know how their exorcism works,
No.
whether it would hit Penelope or not.
I'm assuming it's targeted to a single person each time, but yeah, maybe not.
I'll tell you that this one affects an area.
Oh, okay.
So, as in the whole house, or they have to know where the ghost is, like, look where they are at the moment.
Yeah, it's large enough, but you would want to know where the ghost is.
Oh, okay.
I also have a really bad feeling about letting someone go with this ability. It seems evil on the verges of necromancy. But who am I to judge? I killed a blade singer for no better reason than he annoyed me. And stole my orb!
What ability are you saying? Are you talking about the exorcist or the ghost?
The Exorcist. That's not an ability I like to keep alive, but I don't think killing them's the answer.
I mean, I don't think they said that they're the only one who there's only one who can do it.
That's true.
But they described that the way they're studying it, or as far as they've studied, this is what their exorcism does.
Oh, okay. What is specific to them?
I don't think I've got anything I can use to make them forget it. No, I'd need something like modify memory, and I don't have that. And that would be extremely illegal in this city. So,
but who would know?
Oh, well, I think we've got to try and convince Penelope that she's a ghost.
All right.
What do you two think?
Maybe tell her that her family is waiting for her in the afterlife and that she has to find a way to it. Maybe like frame it that way.
That works. Yeah, I think that could do it. Yeah.
Offer her ice cream.
That sounds good too. That sounds good. Oh, I could do with some ice cream now. For those in the chat, Brie is currently eating ice cream, and in the room Nick's in, it's currently like 40 fucking degrees.
I've got a flake in here.
Ah, God, I want ice cream so much. I've got ice cream downstairs. I'll go sort that out in a minute. I don't have any flakes though, but I'll make do.
I mean, you're in a Discord call with one.
It's more your connection that's flaky. Keeps recommending the anti-Beetlejuice. We have a young married couple adopt the ghost child. Luke could do with some ice cream as well. Yes, Luke.
I might get some after this game if I don't end up taking a nap. Which I'll probably do, to be honest.
So how you feeling as your first time DMing, Pixel?
Scary.
Yeah? I'm not gonna lie, I think you're doing exceptionally well.
But I'm honestly less scared of like people watching and the player experience, and more scared of the player character's decisions.
Yeah, that's fair. We will make bad decisions.
If anything, I DM'd for so long, I'm still a little scared in the player seat.
Yeah. I mean, I think all of the decisions we made were reasonably justified with the information we had on hand. They
So
just
far.
weren't good.
I mean, I can't remember which one of you who immediately jumped to bandits. The door is booby trapped.
Oh, that might have been me. Very high intelligence score, very low wisdom. But it could have been bandits.
I was very close to rushing the guy as he turned away after the mouse thing worked. Just immediately ruined everything.
Oh, I was genuinely close to fireballing them at several points until I got the idea in my head that maybe they just live here. Like before that, I was like, I just assumed bandits. That would have been several highly legal follow-up sessions. The arrest of Inoltrare. The imprisonment of Inoltrare.
I find it kind of funny this you miss hers when I said the whole if he is a persona thing, because obviously to be honest, I think they would chew their own arms off before they admit it that they're putting on a persona.
Yeah, I did initially. I just heard Fee as a persona. I was like, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Fee is literally their name.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, I pressed the wrong button. It's alright. It's like that.
How what my friend says?
How do I do that? Like that? No. I've made your there we go. Back to normal. It was oops all brie on the Discord because I accidentally clicked on the Discord window twice and it just zoomed in.
Oh, that's just the best setting.
Yeah. Only it means I have to rearrange all the fucking source mirrors if I do that. So what do you think, Brie? What do you think's the best option?
Out of character, I think the best option is basically to try and get everyone in a room and convince everyone that A, there's a ghost present, and B, that they deserve to move on in a way that doesn't involve tearing them into limbo.
Yeah.
In character, I'd say Fee probably wants to bring these evil ghost hunters to justice.
Okay. Are they doing anything illegal? Or are we going to be doing frontier justice?
This is sewer justice.
Oh no.
Cowabunga.
Righteous.
Were you really enjoying that accent as well, Pixel? You must have been. It was a fantastic one.
Gee, I wonder why I called the episode Ghostbusters.
Oh, that was fantastic.
It's as Grounded occasionally says when she's been laughing manically. Everybody's surfing karate.
Oh my god. Keith says, "You're not back yet? Aren't you all off the break time screen yet?" No, we're not back yet.
Right, well, it was important.
Is ice cream finished?
Yep, and I've taken my estrogen.
Okay, I can pop us back on. Oh, that didn't work. It still didn't work. I'll just do it manually. There we go. Reactivate source mirror as per usual. There we go.
Hood back up.
Alright, we're in.
Right, so as a message from DM to player, and because like you've already done the Arcana roll for it, it's very unlikely you're going to be able to convince Penelope that she is dead.
Well, there goes that plan. On
It's
to
just
killing.
a thing with some ghosts where, you know, they can't comprehend the notion.
Here I
They
go
think they're still
killing
alive.
again. What if we did set fire to the building? Got them out. They can't live in the building. It's set fire, but the ghost doesn't care, right?
Okay, Rachel Amber.
I mean, I'm not going to stop you from setting fire to the building.
I'm just thinking maybe that's a good idea at this point. They won't live in it. They'll move somewhere else. The ghost is still fine. Right?
I mean, yeah, Penelope can't die again to fire.
Yeah.
Non-magical fire, anyway.
And she can't remember how she died, so she doesn't have to relive any kind of deep trauma associated with it. So we should be alright.
Should be.
This is not a good idea, is it?
My father said that deliberate house fires were never the right solution to anything. I think he spoke from experience somehow.
Wouldn't put it past old George.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. If you need to solve a problem, don't resort to arson.
Well, father, I am not your son. I am merely your child.
Do we want to ask Penelope
Excellent.
how she feels about setting the house on fire?
Hey, Penelope, would you mind if we burn the house down?
Burn the house down?
Yeah, because it'll get rid of them, won't it?
It'll get rid of them?
Well, of course. No one lives in burning houses.
You're sure?
What do you mean by I'm sure? Who lives in a burning house?
You're sure they'll be gone?
Well, sure, yeah. Would you stay in a house that was on fire? I've just realised
you
how
see-
stupid that question is.
You see her look up into the air, and thankfully this is one of those areas where, like, it's
She doesn't know
gone
she's a
to
ghost.
her. Yeah, because, like, she was in a building with
Yeah.
fire. So,
Took me a moment.
but luckily for you, that vanishes out of her mind, and she just looks back down to, like, okay, yeah, do that.
Alright, let's get arsing around.
God
I have to argue. I have to argue that this is not a good plan.
Okay, if you think it's not a good plan for you, we'll do someone else.
And Penelope looks to Yuffie, and like you think you can see tears beginning to form in her eyes. It's ectoplasm. It's just like
Grim.
okay, it's ectoplasm that looks a bit like water. It's like, but they're in my house.
Don't worry, I have a plan of my own.
Oh, what's your plan? Your plans are usually better than mine.
Okay, huddle. Jesus for a second, Penelope.
Okay, nice catch, Penelope. So
You need to come with a plan quick or I look like a jerk.
Oh my god. Fee, I thought you had a plan. You got my hopes up.
So they do have feelings.
Oh my god. Well, I came up with one. It's your turn.
Okay. What if we were to... I've got it!
Oh?
Okay. So, one thing I've learnt from my parents is that if the connection to the sewers for a house isn't adequate, it's unsafe to live in. So, if the house isn't livable, they'll be evicted and transferred to another property under the program.
So we need to break the toilet.
Interesting.
Next to this,
We can break the toilet.
Yes.
won't
Okay.
they fix it?
I can break a toilet permanently.
It would take them time to fix it, and
I eat a lot of
that's
cheese. I
time-
know exactly what you mean, Fee.
Like, it's possible they could be sent somewhere else because of it.
Let's try that, and if it doesn't work, we'll burn down the house.
All right. Anything you want to ask Penelope before
Penelope,
you
where's
go
your...
with this
where's your
potentially
toilet?
two-step plan?
Penelope, we need to know everything about your house's privy.
She looks to you, Fee, and she's confused, but it isn't a case where, like, it's exited her mind. It's more so she just doesn't know what privy means.
The facilities.
She looks even more confused.
Where do you make
She
the
says-
poo-poo?
Oh!
Domestic industrial connective unit.
She said "oh" to Inoltrare, and now you've said that, and now she's back to like
The poo-poo pee-pee,
what?
Penelope. Where's the poo-poo pee-pee?
oh yeah. That's and you see her like start to count on her fingers, and she holds up 3.
3. 3rd floor. Weird that you count the basement as one of the floors, but okay.
How many stories does this building have?
There's the below floor, and there's the ground floor,
I
and
meant,
then
like,
there's
from-
my bedroom floor, and then there's the poo-poo floor, and then there's the attic.
Wait, that's a lot of floors.
I was asking like out of character.
Oh, well,
Like how many stories? Like if we can tell how many stories it is from like.
And you
outside the
got an
building.
answer out of character.
Like if it.
I mean, yeah, no, I mean, it is.
Yeah, it turns out this was a DM's house all along.
It is true. You can't just look at the house and see the amount of floors. Yeah, no, there's 3 above level floors, and then there seems to be a place where there's an attic.
Okay, this
Okay,
building was a lot taller than I was expecting. Okay.
Okay. Houses with plumbing on the 2nd floor. They're unusual.
Third, it sounded.
3rd floor. They're unusual. It's a display of wealth. What's the point? If it breaks, it breaks. It'll cost a small fortune to fix.
Well, let's get in there and break it. I have just the thing that'll do it. I've got the spell Catapult. We just need a 5-pound weight to catapult down the toilet.
He has left, not wanting to be the catapulted. Ouch.
I'm not going to catapult a person in the toilet.
I was just thinking, okay, good. It's not a fireball down the pipe then.
Dervan, can you go really small and be catapulted up to the 3rd floor?
No.
I
It's,
have a
giant magic. It only goes one way.
I have a little bag of sand. That'd probably do. It's only weighs 1 pound. Hang on. I need something bigger. A book of
1 pound
lore.
would do.
My book of lore is 5 pounds. Shove that down.
1 pound. 1 pound does
Oh, it's
Count it.
maximum of 5 pounds, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
I'll get a brew bag soon, I'm sure. Eventually. Keith says the gang destroy a porcelain throne. Again, I've eaten a lot of cheese.
All right. So, we are going ahead with destroy the plumbing.
Yes, Operation Pee Pee Poo Poo is a go. Operation
Okay.
Penelope Pee Pee Poo is a go.
Thankfully, she doesn't understand that. What is our method of entry this time?
We need to get up to the 3rd floor, right? The Pee Pee Poo Poo floor. The one just below the top. Are there any windows up there?
Are there any windows up there? That is a good question. I'd say so. Yes, in the front of the house. On the right side.
Anyone good at climbing?
Somebody have a rope?
No.
Dervan's moment has come, and now it has not.
I have a little bag of sand.
Yeah, is anyone good at athletics? That's the climbing skill.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I took.
Do not
expertise.
tell me that Inoltrare is good with athletics.
No. It was about Dervan being good at it.
Yeah, I've got athletics +5.
Could use daggers to like dig into the mortar as you're going up. Like,
It's like,
No,
I've seen your
as
character page. Those are
Feet
pitons,
would
right?
approve.
Yeah,
what?
as far as getting up there, I was thinking the Amulet of No Return, like I was talking about. It'd basically be just like the rock climbing wall harness that you have that keeps you from falling, but without the harness. You just don't fall, so you just walk up the side.
climber's kit, you mean?
No,
An
that's what-
interesting assumption, yes.
Oh, if you're climbing, I'll give you a small ring. It'll protect you.
What ring is that?
It's my ring of Featherfall.
Oh,
Do you know it's
Yeah,
a ring of
that'll
Featherfall yet?
I've been told by the DM it's a ring of Featherfall, but I've never used it.
do you have to attune to it?
I don't believe this one needed attunement, but
Yeah,
let me check
attunement
my
was not
notes.
mentioned. Inoltrare's just never worn it because a teddy vetted it for him.
Yeah. Morgan's
You know how it
Teddy
is.
said, "Oh, it's fine," but Morgan's Teddy hates Inoltrare, so Inoltrare's not trusted it.
Morgan's Teddy said it's fun.
Oh yeah, that was it. Theoretically, it'll cast Featherfall, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know, and it's your choice whether you rely on it. But it might
I
help.
want to say as far as the Amulet of No Return working this way, I was hoping to get away. I was hoping to just be able to say Dervan would have tested this theory out, like just trying to walk up a wall briefly at some point.
Okay, well, if Dervan walked up a wall, and I don't know what Iris would rule for this, but in this particular instance, I'd say that it felt right when you started doing it, and it felt like, oh man, this plan is gonna work, and then you take another step forward, and oh yeah, because you can't move backwards, and you're constantly moving forwards, but forwards isn't up, you kind
Okay,
of
so
just
it doesn't redefine itself. very
delayed
quickly.
bicycle kick and then fell on your face.
Oh, you just rotate. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Just to add on, I think when I got the item originally, it was you can't walk backwards. But I might be wrong, and we'd have to check with Iris on the intent on that one. But I think it was more just you can't willingly move backwards, if like walking backwards.
I thought the upshot of it was that you can't be pushed backwards unwillingly. Or
Yeah,
moved
that's true.
against
Actually,
your will.
that's
I
a
mean,
good point.
even if that's the case, if you're still moving forward as you're pushing
Yeah.
off the wall, it doesn't connect you to it.
Yeah, I was just hoping that facing your body up would mean that forward is up.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Gravity still applies.
Okay.
That bastard.
Are there any like?
That's such a cool mental image of just skating horizontally across the.
To be fair, I mean, what we are describing now
Yeah.
is the slippers of spider climbing, which is a major tier item.
I mean, I didn't say that I thought it would work upside down. Well,
Are there any like areas that for example, a cat could get up to that height? Things like drain pipes and all that Tilly could climb up.
You know, I wouldn't know visually how to describe it, but I'd say yeah, like cats get to the darndest places.
Has anyone got any rope? Why do we never buy rope? I don't know.
Surely one of you started with an adventuring kit.
No.
thought we didn't get to start with like practically any gear.
I started with some. I
no.
just started with the scholars stuff, I think.
I'm gonna check up Morgan's character sheet and see if he has 50 foot of hemp and rope.
It's gonna be Morgan's. Morgan's the only one with rope. I have.
Wait, I've got something that might work.
Oh,
I've got my silver daggers. That
No,
may spawn.
no rope, but I mean, so your plan is just chuck the silver daggers into the wall and hoist yourself up with them?
Wow, more a hoist for the cat, but I mean, cats can jump fairly high, so they don't need. Tilly would only need a few.
Tilly can get there, just like on her own. It's more a case of I think Inoltrare needs Tilly to push something down
yeah.
so that you can get up.
Yeah, I was hoping to get up there and then just wrap some rope around. Like if we tied rope to her, she could just walk around a pole several times and then we climb up.
is there someone where we can find... Surely there's someone we can find rope, like... I mean, there's a harbour. There must be old rope discarded on the beach.
Rope isn't expensive, is it?
We're in Gold
yeah, I mean,
District.
you're
There must be a BDSM shop somewhere.
You're in the Summer District.
Summer District, there's gotta be. Let's go.
Yeah, okay. You just go to the nearest dock. And I'll be honest, just find some rope.
Nice.
Oink.
It's a pretty quick journey, especially with your city secrets. This was a journey that didn't require the slide system, but you did anyway, and like Fee isn't happy about it. But...
I'm screaming shortcut. It's echoing everywhere. Hear a distant.
Yeah, as you were getting on the slide to go to the harbour to get the rope, you saw Penelope, like, sit herself down, but, like, obviously didn't move.
We'll be right back. We've got to push some rope in the pee-pee poo-poo room. Wait, pushing rope is something else. Never mind, we're not doing that.
Okay, so you've got rope now. You're back in front of the house.
Yep. So I'm gonna tie it to Tilly and go up there and go around something. And then I'm gonna look through her eyes as she does it, so I can see what's up there as well.
All right. Well, she finds herself on the windowsill of the 3rd floor and looking through the window. And I will. Let's see. Tools. They do things. They're annoying like that. I'd say Tilly can see that much.
Ooh. Let me move my... Oh. Up. There we go. Okay. Is that a swimming pool?
Yes, it is.
What is it doing up here? The plumbing must be incredible.
It's the pee-pee poo-poo room.
It's the pee-pee poo-poo.
So it's quite a large window that faces outwards from the pool, but it is nonetheless a window, and these are the types of windows that just don't open.
Okay. Alright, I will... Oh, I don't have any... Oh no, I do! How much lightning damage do you reckon it would take to break this window?
Not a lot, because, as prior mentioned, temperature can be enough to break windows, and I believe, like, 1 nanosecond of lightning is hotter than the sun.
I'm gonna channel Shocking Grasp through Tilly into the window.
Interesting. What does Shocking Grasp do? How does it work?
Does lightning damage?
Yeah.
It isn't lightning itself.
Does 1d8 lightning damage as an attack. It has advantage if the opponent is in metal armor.
Right, and how does Tilly use it?
Familiars can. You can cast any touch spell for it.
I know mechanically Tilly
so she's
can use it.
Sort of sniffing up against it, and then suddenly just sneezes, and it's like... like Emperor Palpatine through the nose.
Right, well, in that circumstance, I'd say...
No, wait, I'd like to retcon. She turns around and she fuzzes it with her tail, and the static electricity causes it. I like that more all of a sudden.
Right, well, then I'd say a less portion of the window breaks in that case.
Okay.
So, like, there's the lower half of the window that's broken off, the higher half is still on. You probably should be wary about it, but not, like, roll wary when you're
okay.
entering through. And until he is able to hop in.
Is there anything in there that looks like she could, like, just twist some rope around if she, like, just looped herself around it?
In the pool, there are handles for when you are going on the steps and, like, stepping out.
So you don't drown in the pool because there's no ladder.
Yeah, no, this isn't a sim situation. That's they died in a fire.
So I'm gonna get her to walk around one of the poles and sort of tie a knot with herself, like just hopping through the loop that she creates and then pulling it tight.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to do that.
And then she disappears and reappears on my shoulder. Okay, we can climb up now.
You mean she teleported?
Yeah, technically she gets very briefly put in a pocket dimension and then drawn again from the pocket dimension. But yeah, she teleported. It would take 2 actions if I ever need to do that in combat. But
alright, well, when entering, please use the 3rd floor.
Up we go.
Okay. Whereabouts are we entering the 3rd floor from?
Swimming pool.
It should be 1, 2, 3, the 4th square. Where the big pool is.
The big poo.
Okay, we need to find where the plumbing connects.
Yeah.
To the sewage, specifically.
Alright, let's sneak along. See what we can find. Oh,
There'll be a drain for the pool, right?
It's gotta be. We could do that instead of the toilet. It'll all go to the sewer, right?
No. The legislation's very clear. It has to be hygiene related.
Oh.
Yes, you can see that there is a drain in the pool, but there doesn't appear to be any, like, tap or hose.
I wonder if they filled it with magic.
It's possible.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
You do not detect magic.
Okay, that's gonna be active for 10 minutes, so if anything comes up, let me know.
Alright.
Your ring's probably going off.
Oh god, yeah!
Yeah, your ring goes off. You detected magic.
My ring of Detect Magic detection has detected Detect Magic and is now going off. Yeah. That's really hard to say.
Okay. Can I just stop and listen to see whereabouts in the house the inhabitants might be?
You can make a perception check.
Or you can ask Penelope, that is.
Oh, sorry, I keep moving the wrong person. I should zoom in a bit more and then I can see who I'm moving. There we go.
That's a 13.
Right, well, you are not sure one way or the other if they are close by. But, you know, it doesn't take an intelligence of Inoltrare's to know that eventually they're going to notice either by having heard a noise or by somebody walking by and knocking on the house to tell them that there is a big hole in one of their windows.
We better be quick.
And the rope hanging out of it.
Okay. Can I peek through this door that I'm right next to?
Yes, you can.
Hey. I'm gonna creep in here and look round the corner.
Alright.
You're in the poo maze.
Yeah, when the map speaks for itself.
You mean that laboratory?
Oh. Oh, fantastic.
Okay. Wait, ninja roll.
Ninja roll. And... Oop.
This looks like a bathroom.
Toilet?
Is this a bathroom, just to confirm?
This seems to be a place where they do take baths,
But-
and where potentially they dry off after being in the pool.
But they don't shit in here.
Well, in the corner, you do know that there is a bucket.
Oh. They can't have a swimming pool on this floor and not a toilet.
Well, you also notice that there's a large barrel. And the barrel appears to be full of water.
Oh, that's okay then. They're using the bucket to fill the... Okay, that's alright. That's okay. I thought they were pooing in the bucket and then throwing it in the barrel. Just letting it...
Okay. What
make
through
me
this
a history
smaller
check.
door?
Yeah. Is this about buildings by any chance? No, it's only stonework, so it won't count.
Who's making the history check, sorry?
Inoltrare, but
17.
anybody can feel free to. Okay, that'll be good enough. So... Well, gosh, how recent are bathrooms in Karaki? How recent are, like, toilets with pipes? You know?
They're pretty new, but like fancy houses would probably have them. If you've got a swimming pool on the third floor, you've probably got a toilet.
Fancy houses would probably have them, but you do remember that Penelope's dress was not of a recent fashion.
Oh no. Oh no, they
Maybe
might
because
not...
she died ages ago.
What if we break the bottom of the pool and have it flood the rest of the house, right? No one will die, but you won't be able to live in here.
Oh, yeah. Water damage will do it.
Alright, well... how are you going to fill the pool?
Oh, I don't have create water. Does it look like the pool has been filled recently?
No. In fact, it looks quite a bit dusty at the bottom.
So we can't just cause a small crack that they won't see and wait for them to use it. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna keep looking. I'm gonna try this door up here. I'm gonna peek around and have a look.
Right.
Penelope definitely said this was the pee-pee poo-poo room. Where's the pee-pee poo-poo? I'm whispering this as I'm walking along. Show me the pee-pee poo-poo.
Didn't anyone teach Inoltrare not to talk shit as he was walking around?
I am an orphan! You get that whispered into your head. Actually. Okay. Another bathroom. Identical. Same in this one as well.
No, but there's two buckets here.
It's the same in this one as well. I don't think this is the pee-pee poo-poo room. I think Penelope lied to us.
Penelope's head comes in through the floor, pretty much like just in front of your feet.
Ah!
And it's just like, what about Penelope?
Do you poo in here?
She floats like up through the floor fully. And then she flies through that room, and then that room, and then comes out on the other side. And it's like, yeah.
Where?
Don't get silly.
That's nasty.
I mean, yeah, fucking toiletry of the past with some nasty shit.
Literally.
Well, our plan is ruined, but we are once again breaking and entering.
Okay. Maybe there's something else we can sabotage.
I got a really bad feeling about this. I'm gonna try this door.
Alright.
There's probably stairways to the rest of the house.
Yeah, what if we go up to the attic? I wonder if there's something up there. Oh. Wait.
Hey, so
Oh, that way. Okay, I was gonna say, how do you get out of this floor? Okay, so up or down? Let's split the party. just trying to make Pixel's life a living hell for some reason.
let's take the high road this time.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, I wouldn't have made, like, all of the floors on the one map if I didn't think, like, you might split the party at one point. I'm not saying, like, that's what you should do. I'm just saying, like, it is possible.
Fee, Dervan, what are we going to do if we don't find a toilet?
Is Fireball back on the table?
It kind of sounds like it is.
Yeah, you did come in here with a plan B.
Did we?
Yeah, it's the fireball.
I got so
B for
distracted
ball.
by pee pee poo poo. Plan B,
There's
plan
one.
ball.
There is one other thing that might make a house uninhabitable.
Okay.
Well, two things. First is the bane of all, the bane of everything good in this world. A bird infestation. The second,
I'm just looking at Dervan again like, he's right here, you know.
They're just called adventures.
Anybody cast
into
clone?
your pigeon set.
Can anyone cast clone? I wish.
the second is a rat infestation.
We don't
The
have any
Rat
pet
King.
birds or rats.
The Rat King in the sewers. The Rat King who lives in the sewers.
As a king of rats.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a really weird time.
Occasionally appears there, and this is at least one of the ways that you know in which Morgan gets, like, secrets.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's see what's
Also,
upstairs.
can we-
Oh, what was that? Sorry, Fee?
My name is Fee.
That's what I said. Isn't it? I'm now.
Sorry, Fee.
Now I'm getting confused. What was that, Fee?
Yeah. I choose to believe that was in character, though.
Yeah.
Fee looking very yes. Into the darkness we go.
Okay.
Alright, so you're going... Where are you going?
I
We're
believe.
going upstairs
Up.
to the top floor.
I think that's up. Yep, I think that's up.
So immediately you notice just a bunch of boxes.
Huh.
Are the boxes open?
No. Well, maybe one of the small ones is. It looks to be, there's no better way to say it, the junk that they brought from their old home.
I don't think we're gonna find a toilet up here.
Okay.
Right. As you step through there, you notice that, man, this attic is big and it's kind of not full of a lot of stuff. But you do notice that in the particular... God damn it. Oh, bear. In the particular section you've walked into, what appears to be a wall actually turns out to be like iron bars. And in the middle of the iron bars is an iron bar door. And behind the door and the bars is just a bunch of safes. And these look to be kind of like, they got that blackened kind of iron thing going on. These were in the fire, you would assume.
Huh.
Can we slip through the bars?
No need, because as soon as you try the door, it opens.
Huh.
Do the safes open at all?
So you, do you check all of them?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good news is that most of them open. The bad news is that you realize why the door into the safe room was open, and it's because, these things have basically been cleaned out. In some of them, you can find, little scraps of paper, and in one of them, you find more intact documents, but it seems to just be, business documents about business and discussions that they're having with more of the rich families in Karaki. You see some names that you might notice from the High Council. The Worms are on there, the Lafayettes, the Hearsons. There's a few names that you've seen on some shops in the Gold District. But none of it stands out to you as, interesting or valuable. You do, find one safe that hasn't been opened.
Is it locked, or...?
It is locked.
I don't think we're going to get
I don't
into
know how... if you've got Thieves' Tools proficiency, can't you improvise tools?
I'd say you could probably improvise tools. How are you improvising the tools?
I'm not the one with the proficiency.
Hand me a paperclip. And no, hand me a bit of metal. A dagger or something, I guess, was closest we've got. What have we got?
You probably still have that dagger that Morgan gave you.
I have a small knife, yeah. I'm going to use my small knife, and I'm just having a look at all my items for what would be close to anything that could be used for lockpicking. The small velvet bag ain't going to do it. But I'm going to use my small knife and...
Would it be reasonable that Fee just has a piece of wire on them?
Probably. I mean, Fee, sewers, and, sewers, you never know when you're going to need to fix something.
Alright, hand them over. Let me give it a go. Okay, shall I roll Thieves' Tools? I'm sure this is going to go badly.
Yeah, go on. Roll Thieves' Tools.
Alright. That's natural one.
Right, well... So...
Bing! There goes that dagger.
Yeah, you're not getting the wire back, and that dagger, man, it looked... like, when Morgan gave it to you, it looked, so nice, and it looked, very, detailed and whatnot, and you realize that maybe that detail comes at the cost of it actually functioning like a proper dagger, because the handle just snapped.
I don't think I've got anything else that'll get me in there.
Okay, plan B. I put V pulls out their crowbar.
Right.
I thought somebody had a crowbar. I keep forgetting it wasn't me. Kept looking and saying, nope, no crowbar.
Okay. They hand it to Inoltrare because he's the one with actual physical strength.
I'm gonna hand it to Dervan because I
Inoltrare?
definitely do not have actual
Was
physical
gonna
strength.
say.
I can lift a lot just because I'm a dwarf, but I do not have physical strength.
Okay.
Yeah, Inoltrare can lift the
Okay.
safe.
Strength
They
score of
hand
8.
it to Dervan.
Okay. And Crowbar gives the advantage on this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'd say just a flat strength.
okay, not athletics?
No, not very athletic.
Okay. That's only a total of 12 then.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Right, you kind of feel it like clink just like the tiniest bit, and you're like, oh, but then like it just sets back into place almost immediately. Like, oh.
I can help.
Oh?
I cast Frostbite on the sort of the lock mechanism and the bars to try and cool it down as much as possible, make it a bit brittle, so that the crowbar can just pop it open.
Yeah, sure. Go make that roll again. We'll see what happens.
Okay, that's a 19 and a 20.
Yeah, okay. So, kind of with almost a shatter, not enough for anyone to hear, but certainly for Fee to have to step out of the way as some ice flies back with some metal in it. The door opens up, and inside you find more of these documents, and like it appears to be deeds of things that you know have been sold on to like other people because nobody owns the deeds anymore, so the city took that real estate back and are using it for other things. But amongst it you do find 30 gold.
Nice. 10 gold each. That's double the amount of gold I have.
Okay, so we just take it then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're allowed.
I mean,
Okay.
you do see
Real
like
estate.
a little note that dictates that like this is savings for Penelope's future, but like that's
She hasn't got a future.
yeah, exactly.
So these deeds, are any of them for this building?
No.
That would have been an easy solution. Okay.
Well, also the building
Ah.
would have been reclaimed anyway because the city knows that Alabaster's dead.
Oh, not a bearer deed then.
Yeah, no.
Hey, is there anything in there about, say, something that might make the house unlivable? Or is there nothing about the house at all?
Not really anything about the house at all. Just this conversation between these wealthier families. These invoices, documents. None of it really jumps out as being like revelatory of anything. Certainly not to what you're trying to accomplish.
Can we just take the documents anyway? Who knows? Maybe someone will buy it.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to just like go around the saves, grab them all?
Yep.
I mean, sort of mellow.
I'm sure Fee has something like a clipboard on them
Yeah.
somewhere.
Okay, you take all of the documents with all the boring stuff.
I'll just put boring documents in my inventory.
Please do. But that appears to be it for this part.
Should we go around the corner and see what's in the rest?
You can.
Question, by the way. Canonically, has Fee received a package from the Guild of Icons proper?
I think Nick would know more about the timing of everything going
I
on.
have
Would
no
Fee
idea when
receive the
this takes
package by now?
place. I have no idea when this takes place, I'm afraid. I leave that to Iris or whoever's running. Your choice. Your choice, Pixel.
I mean, it is the Aethernet. Oh, go on.
Yes. He has a cloak of billowing.
Hey, there's a chest over here.
There is a chest over here, and as you walk up to it, let me just... a face pops out of it. It's Penelope.
I thought you meant a mimic for a second.
No. But you do notice that Penelope's face behind it, because you can see through it, is written the word Penelope.
Hey, Penelope.
Says, hi.
Was this yours?
Oh, yeah. These are the toys that I didn't pick up.
Well, you can pick them up now. They're yours.
I want to wait until the monsters are gone.
Okay. Do you mind if I have a look in there?
And she kind of like possessively just
Possess, you say?
moves her hand.
Oh, I'm getting back there.
Not that kind of possessively, but just like, you know the way a kid would
Nope.
just be like, no.
Okay. Just gonna stand by my good buddy Dervan with the shield. Just in case. Just gonna
Just in case of what? You know this wood isn't going to do anything.
keep just gonna just gonna
I'm going to poke my head in here.
Alright, you poke your head in, and you see a table.
A desk, maybe?
Yes, a desk. When is a raven looking at a writing desk?
Anything on the desk?
There is a letter that seems to have just being, like, has the finishings of having been written. There's a small bottle of ink. It is dry as fuck by now. And there is a book on the desk that seems to be Alabaster's diary.
Ooh, well, I'll open that up and have a read through.
And you do read through, and to be honest, it's a lot of, like, kind of like the family did this today, and we talked to these people today, and, you know, there are passages in there about how he's very hopeful for their daughter's future, and how Karaki looks to be growing, you know, as expected, and very satisfactorily. And he only wishes that he could be alive for many years to come to see just how the city evolves.
Well,
Isn't Karaki only like 10 years old?
yeah. But
Yeah,
the city is older.
Oh,
yeah, like this may have happened before the like uprising, and
Oh yeah. It's just that, wouldn't that be like Karaki?
yeah, maybe he was a holdover, like used to be there, but now has moved ambitions to Karaki.
Okay.
On the desk, the letter seems to be talking about a... it's a business letter, not a diary letter. It's talking about, like, how gathering materials for construction on a pool is going for another family in the city, the Hersons. You haven't really heard of them. And yeah, that's about it for this room.
Okay. Okay.
What does the letter say?
It's just an explanation of, like, how progress is coming on gathering materials to build a pool that a family calls the Hersons want to construct in their house. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that part. Missed that you were talking about the letter. Sorry.
I mean, if you read it in detail, you'll notice that it's a ground level pool,
Wise.
and it, yeah, it seems to be more central in the layout, but there's not a lot here that you think is going to help you out in this particular scenario. You can take these things if you want for looting documents.
Yeah, I don't think that's really... You know what, I'll keep the diary in with the blackmail folder. Blackmail ? Folder.
Yeah.
Well...
Fia's from a middle-class family. This is the kind of thing they think about.
I think our best bet is going to be the rats, then.
Okay.
Not
Rat
fire?
infestation it is.
Okay, rats then.
So we
If we can somehow...
climb down the rope, go and talk to the king of rats, and convince him to make this place unlivable.
Is this something that you're doing or something that you're planning?
Planning at the moment.
I'm gonna say... Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if we get them to... Get the rats to just sort of start a colony in the attic, then they can move into the rest of the house and make the whole place infested. Fee can probably call in some contacts and...
That sounds good. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Alright.
and with not a moment to lose, because as you are entering through the door back into the pool room, you start hearing footsteps coming up the stairs.
Quick!
Okay.
Cheese it!
Cheese it! Oh no. We can't untie the rope.
Can't you have the cat untie it?
Not really.
Let's give Tilly a knife!
They're not very good at that. I think we're just gonna have to run. Either that or you can try and use the Ring of Featherfall, but I don't recommend it.
What if I pull really hard from the bottom once we get down? No?
I'll let you make a check for it.
I'd
I
like to
mean,
see
is
this.
the rope long enough? Is the rope long enough
I
that
have
someone could...
advantage. I have advantage
hold it.
on strength checks if I use the giant size, but they'll also make me twice as conspicuous
It would.
Yeah.
than we already
Yes, but-
were.
I
Is the
mean,
rope long enough that someone could just untie it and just carry both ends down?
Oh yeah, that's true. How high are each of the floors? 10 feet each, maybe?
I'd say about that, yeah.
But we're 3 up. So we're...
Okay, that's 30 feet. It's a 50-foot rope, so that's 25. So, yep, we can do that.
yeah,
Right, yeah,
maybe.
Penelope is staring at you while all this is going on.
Hey Penelope, can you untie rope?
Yeah?
Okay, when we get down, can you untie the rope and bring it down for us?
Uh-huh.
Thanks. Let's go.
After we all get to the bottom.
Yeah, just...
Yeah. Right, so who has the Ring of Featherfall on?
Dervan, I think.
For the sake
I'll
of...
go ahead and put it on then.
Yeah, for the sake of clarity of, like, clearing this up for Inoltrare, Penelope will, like, untie the ropes a bit too early. You and Fee are safely on the ground. You see Dervan fall, but he floats down.
Oh, it actually does cast Featherfall. Okay. Well, that surprises me. But good.
This was the one for the lighter moments.
Oh.
Well,
done.
You better still cheese it.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
the
let's
first
go.
lighter moment was when we broke the window, but...
Let's go get the King of Rats.
Yes.
Alright, so you smash cut to Inoltrare's tower. Underneath, Morgan is sleeping by the well. Teddy clutched in arms. Aww, he makes bodies disappear.
Yeah, I wasn't saying all. Hey, Rat King? Hello down there. Ratty? Mr. King?
There was a sewer grate on the south of the room, and you just hear like some ominous squeaking start to rise up to it, and you see these beady eyes in the darkness. And gosh, what was the Rat King's voice?
We're talking like 6 months ago. Just make a new one up each time. That's what I do midway through a conversation for some characters.
Well, if it isn't the interesting ones.
Hi, Mr. the Rat King. Your Highness. We need to ask for a favor.
I'm listening, and a swarm of rats like move through the grate as if they are like one fluid that is being manipulated. And they kind of like coil around like a snake, and they maintain that coil as they look down at you, and they're like there's still rats like leading back into the grate.
Yeah. There's a house. It's in the summer district. It's old and it burnt down once, and we need to get the people out of it. And we think if the house briefly has a rat infestation, or they think there's a rat infestation, then they won't live there, right?
Probably. Although, there is the question, what's in it for us?
I'll tell you a secret.
V pulls out the documents.
The Rat King just like lunges at you and like just stops right in front of you, and you see just one pair of tiny little hands take the top of them and then pull them away as the rest of the mass like pulls back up. And it's not that one rat reads them. They take the entire stack of documents and they pass them through the mass. So, like, they start at the top, and then hands reach down in different directions, and they pull in different directions, and the papers start traveling down, like, the entire body, and, like, eventually into the grate. And it's like, oh, yes, that's interesting. Oh, that explains some things.
Is that enough?
We think it just might be.
Yay!
Where is this house?
It's... And then I'll give the address, because I don't know. In the summer district.
And slowly slinks back into the grate, so that you can only see the beady eyes again. I was like, we'll see what we can do.
Thank you, Mr. the Rat King, Your Highness.
You hear, like, just a bajillion rats scuttling away. You also hear Morgan stirring a bit.
Let's not wake him. I'm going to go over and pat his head. Sleep well.
You go over.
Leaves.
You go over and you pat Morgan's head. So Fee leaves. Dervan.
Fee actually leaves a cucumber sandwich next to Morgan.
Oh, I thought you meant like Fee leaves before anything goes down. So Fee leaves the sandwich, and then Inoltrare, you come over and you like give Morgan a gentle pat in the head, and immediately, like, just Teddy starts slowly looking around to your face.
Oh, hi the bear.
Doesn't respond.
Alright. Bye the bear.
He counters by activating their cloak of billowing for a moment before walking off.
Just backing away.
Also doesn't respond, but as you back away, just like moves back to its position of like hugging Morgan.
I'm gonna look over and go, damn, they're cool. As we leave, as I catch the billowing cloak there. There's no wind in this room. What's going on?
They're just kind of watching all this go down.
Well,
Like-
eventually that house will
He's
be
just
empty.
waiting. He's just waiting for something to go off.
You've seen this room before, but you haven't seen the Rat King, so that's a new experience for Dervan.
Okay.
So I suppose we're going back to the house.
Yeah. Let's go see the fruit of our labor.
Yeah, alright. Sure enough, you go back to the house, and sure enough, there are two figures sitting outside.
Oh, hey. You're the people who live in this house, right? We were just on our way to buy some cheese.
Hey, little bro. Hey, little crow. Hey, little drow.
No, those are dark elves.
What's their
I
thing?
identify as a little foe.
Oh.
Righteous. Well, I mean, like, we used to live here, but who knew that, two horrible accidents could happen just one right after the other, man? Like, sometimes life is crazy.
Two? The window, right? What else happened?
Well, it was the window. And then, for some reason, it was another window. And now, for some reason, the house is just full of rats.
Weird. Maybe it's haunted.
They're not ghost rats. I just don't know how they've been breaking the windows.
I guess they nibble on a lot of things. Maybe it was a cheese window or something like that.
She just gives you this look of like it's not that she suspects you of anything, but also she's not buying whatever bullshit you're selling in terms of theories. but also on top of not buying it, she still is confused. So it's just this weird of like,
You want to come buy some cheese
Don't worry
with me?
about my friend. He just likes cheese.
I love cheese.
oh man, I like a bit of cheese too, but like we were fresh out.
That's why I said,
think
do you want to
the
come
rats
and
got
buy
it all.
some cheese?
No can do, little man.
Okay.
You know, I guess we should have seen this coming, especially with, like, that mouse that was here yesterday. Well, rat, I guess.
Rat?
Oh, yeah.
What did it
Well-
look like?
Oh, I didn't see it, I just heard it, but it must have got away before I was able to find it.
Alright, yeah, Dervan,
I guess it was the harbinger of the rat infestation, dude.
Oh, yeah. Must have been. Yeah. Yeah, it must have been.
They're a sneaky little thing.
Totally. I sound like this now because I'm scared. Let's go.
And just as we were starting to settle in, everything was going well.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Anyway, I'm going to go get some cheese now. Bye.
Some food sounds good, and just like they stand up and they, Chi dusts herself off and they just start like walking away the opposite direction. And as soon as they're out enough of sight, Penny comes down out of the house.
Hi, Pen.
actually doesn't come down. Just like opens up the front doors.
Hi, Penelope. We fixed your problem.
It's like, yeah, they're gone.
Hope you enjoy your house. The rats will go soon enough.
Oh, wait. Come in. And she, like, tries to grab you, but, like, you get a shiver down your spine again, but, like, you just see this 6-year-old just, like, constantly trying to grab your hand as it's passing through.
Okay, I'm coming. I'm very quick, sorry.
And she's, like, happily gives, like, a little bit of a float up, and descends before, like, just turning around and zooming into the house. And she zooms upstairs. You don't even look at the entire floor that perhaps the most detail was put into as she zooms up the stairs again.
Sorry, Pixel.
Yeah.
And then up the stairs again into the attic.
If it makes you feel better, my entire haunted house scenario had the entire building bypassed in favour of the attic right at the start.
Oh no.
If it makes you feel any better, I did a mega dungeon. You fuckers went to the one corner I hadn't fucking put anything in.
Yeah, I guess
We
it's
didn't know
Caravan.
It's
But
the
yeah,
DM's curse.
It is.
like, Penny's moving really fast, and you were just able to spot her as, like, she's making these turns. And eventually, like, you're all out of breath, but you do find yourselves... well, Fee is still outside.
Yeah, sorry, wait, where's my token gone?
I've moved Fee up into the attic.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no, she stops at the chest that you had been looking at earlier. And he's like, I know I didn't want to share, but you made them go away.
Yeah.
You can have toys. But only one. Each.
Oh, thank you.
And she flies into the chest, and then you hear, like, a clink and a clunk, and it opens up, and it's kind of like shimmering a bit. So it's hard to make out anything that's in it, but could each of you roll me a D10?
It's a D8. Where's my D10 gone? There you are. 6 for me.
6. Okay.
4.
4. And Dervan, what did you get? 7. Okay. So I'm going to be honest with you. None of you got, like, really good loot. But you did get some fun things. Okay, so, Dervan, you got 7.
Mm-hmm.
You pull out what appears to be a rain hat. And you're not quite certain, like, if this is a toy. You figure that, like, these are things that she didn't pick up. Maybe, like, just some clothes got put in here as well. But as you touch it, you do realize that it's magical. You get that tingle. And in Inoltrare, this makes sense to you because you know that when ghosts spend a lot of time around certain places and certain objects, like, some of that power, like, just starts manifesting in those objects.
Mogami, but in reverse.
It's got ghost residuals.
Like a
Yeah.
dragon.
And in this instance, Dervan, you have picked up the redundant rain hat. So this is a bright yellow rain hat, and as a bonus action, the wearer of the hat can pull on its chin strings to douse themselves entirely in a thick layer of ectoplasm. It just comes like rushing out of the hat and covers you in it. A creature covered in this ectoplasm looks to be under the effects of necromancy magic to creatures that can detect a school of magic, even if the wearer is under the effects of magic from a different school underneath. Fee, what did you roll?
4.
4. Okay. Let's see what that is. Ba-bum. Alright, so Fee, you also get a clothing item. And it's one that you just cosmically sense, I guess, requires attunement. But good news, you're not really using your attunement slots for anything, so... You have pulled out the Mittens of Minor Mobility. These seem to be like mittens for when the weather gets really cold. And they're magical mittens. They barely fit your hands because they're made for Penelope to kind of like grow into, but you're like clearly older than she is. They have openings for the thumbs, not so much for the fingers. They leave your hands kind of scrunched up while you're wearing them. And because of that, while you're wearing them, you'll make attack rolls with -1 to hit, and non-magical ranged attacks with -2 to hit. However, the magic in the mittens keeps you warm enough that you gain resistance to cold damage while you're wearing them. So, like, if you know you're going into a fight with cold damage, like, a bit less to hit, but less for them to hit you with.
Hey, wait, so is that -1 to hit and -2 to hit unless the weapon is magical?
Yes, because a non-magical ranged weapon, you're kind of like throwing something, or you're trying to load something, and like if you have no finger holds, like if the fingers aren't detached on the gloves, that's probably going to be tricky. Like you could hold a sword better.
Okay, wait, so it's -1 for a melee weapon, or
Yep.
it's -2 for a
Non-magical
ranged
ranged
weapon.
weapon.
So for the weapon's magical, it's just no penalty.
Yeah. Because, like, even if it's, like, an automatic crossbow, it's probably automatic enough that, like, you can work it.
Okay.
And Inoltrare was 6, I believe.
Yep, that's right.
All right. As you pull this out, Penelope kind of, like, tries to tug at it. And then, like, she sees you, and then she looks down at it. And you realize that you're looking at a very fuzzy, kind of like a bit worn but well taken care of blanket. And she looks down at the blanket and she looks at you and like, it's okay. I don't need it anymore because you'll keep me safe. You've gotten the ghost blessed blanket.
Will I though?
Yes, you do. Because Penelope, like, you're friends with Penelope as she sees it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can sense this is one that requires attunement.
Okay.
A creature holding this blanket has advantage on saving throws made to end the frightened condition. The creature also has advantage on saving throws against any spells and or effects that would apply the frightened condition if the target would fail the save.
Okay. That sounds good. I need to get I need to go up against... Actually, what gives dragons? Oh my god, yes.
Well, they've made dragons you can face at level 3 apparently, so...
Yeah, apparently. Still not 100% sure how they've done that, but we'll see when it comes out. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, but you take your new quote-unquote toys. You didn't actually pull any of the actual toys. And Penelope is really happy. You have saved the disrepair of the house. And you never really specified any time for the Rat King to leave, so I guess that's just where the Rat King lives now.
I did say not forever, but I guess I wasn't any more specific than that.
I mean, company.
Well, that's true. They can talk secrets.
I mean, we know the house isn't going to be inhabited anymore, so...
It's a win-win situation, really.
So long as there's rats in it, it probably won't be.
Yeah, we can sort of count on it as a safe house, at least for a time, if anything happens to the tower. Or if we're cut off from it.
That
So
bloody wizard
congratulations.
casts fireball in his sleep or something.
So congratulations, gang. Instead of horribly leaving Penelope to an eternal fate of loneliness, or killing people, you've managed to just make somebody move out of the house.
We got the good ending.
The only ending that would have given you any loot.
The good ending.
Heroes.
I don't know, if I'd killed
mean-
them all, I'm sure we could have gotten some loot.
Yeah, and if Penelope got banished, we could just take all her stuff.
Yeah.
Horrible people, just worse than the Guild of Icons proper. Like, on the right path, if those are your idols.
He has literally been empowered by them.
But yeah, no.
It's true.
End of story.
That was really good. Well done. Well done. Yeah, I'm just still blown away by the accent play.
I do apologize to anybody who was watching, especially anybody who lives in America.
No, that killed me. I love that. And Penelope was a good character. I really, I enjoyed that. It was nice that she could pop up at points to give information, like, because there was a lot of area to explore.
By the way, I'm not sure if Iris will ever use this, but, you know, this went not terribly, so maybe I might DM in the future, and in that case, if you have a note for allies on your character sheet, mark down Penelope Finch as one.
Ooh, I think I do. Let me... Yeah, I've certainly got one somewhere.
Is she not, like, bound to the house then? She's able to just kind of roam?
No, but it is her home, and, you know, if need be, you could probably convince her to go somewhere with you, but most of the time she'll just want to stay at home. Like, what if her family comes back and she's not there, you know?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Penelope Finch, a ghost, does not know. There we go. Yeah, that was
Such
really good.
a ghost
fun.
that she doesn't even know it.
Yeah. Well, I will take over at this point then and say goodnight to everyone. But first of all, massive thank you to you, Pixel. That was a fantastic session. I really enjoyed it. Great characters. A really nice puzzle there of exactly how do we, find the middle ground between the two legitimate claims on the same house. And a nice bit of existential horror attached to it as well.
And a thank you to my friend, who isn't available on social media or really anything, but Kojun, for helping me make a stat block that we didn't have to use.
Was that for Penelope or was that for the...
It was for Emily, the cleric.
The cleric, yeah. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it got close. I'm not going to lie, it got close. There were times when I'm looking at Fireball like, this might be when we have to use it. But yeah, that was really good. Well done, Pixel. You're going to have to run more games now. You've done it. You're cursed. You are the DM now. I'll hand you my Mega Dungeon. You can just run that for me. One of us, yeah. Yeah, anytime you want to run something else, just let me know.
Worth pointing out, by the way, that the most common adventure the Guild of Icons adventure seems to go on is breaking into somebody's house and then taking stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we do that a lot, don't we? A lot of breaking and entering. But that's fine. That's just sometimes someone needs to do that. All right. I will mute everyone now and say goodbye because I think oh yeah, it's 11:15 here, so we all need to get ourselves some sleep. But thank you all for playing. Thank you, Pixel, for running this.
Thank you for playing.
Don't hesitate to run another one in the future because that was great. That was really, really good. I was very impressed. Keith says in the chat as well that you have to run more games as well. That's it. That's the law.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's it. You got to. But yeah, thank you all, and I will speak to you all soon. All right. It is time to go. Time to say goodnight. Sorry, there's some really soporific music going on, which took me by surprise for a second there. I thought that was my own bye-bye screen. But I don't know, I looked to the left because I was expecting Becca to come and say she's on a yarn show at the moment. But I just feel like, oh, it's about that time. But no. So let's mute. Let's go to the outro. There we go. And I'll see you all very, very soon. So, yeah. I don't have too much else to say. I was really impressed by Pixel's game running there. That was fantastic. That was his first ever game. How fucking incredible was that? Fantastic character work. Fantastic quest. I think that we've got a session of Blades in the Dark next week. I'm pretty sure that's confirmed now, so that'll be up on YouTube soon with a little landing page. Sorry, the media's there we go. It's just a bit too loud. So join us for that. That's going to be fantastic. If you haven't seen last time's Blades, watch that. Holy shit. Really, really good. And I can't wait to continue it on. So that's next week. And then after that, we've got the Guild of Icons again, where we have the attack on the Overlooked Tavern. Someone's going to die, and someone already has. I'll see you all soon. There's no raid. I'm still not used to it, but I will eventually. Good night, everyone. And fuck off.